name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of our Return of the Giants 5th edition homebrew campaign.
Hi, I'm Ali. I'm playing Lyra, the Eladrin Spore Druid, and she is just a little bit obsessed with mushrooms.
Hi, my name's Simon. I'm playing the character of Ember. I'm a wildfire druid who's on a quest to be the very best there ever was.
Hi, I'm Dave, and I play Harry Harrington, the Harrengon, the roguish merchant with the heart of gold.
My name is Christian. I'm playing Bartholomew, the romantic dancing Owlin, Paladin of devotion.
Hi, my name is Matt, and I'll be playing Niles Silverwind, the Owlin, Way of the Sympathy Monk.
Hey guys, I'm Jared. I play the character of Threign, the boisterous frost giant, the Goliath, path of the giant Barbarian.
Hello there, lovely listener. This is just a warning to let you know that this episode of Return of the Giants may contain adult language or adult themes. Hello! Hello, everybody! Welcome back to the Lost Archives. It is wonderful to have you all join us here once again for our Return of the Giants campaign, and we are very excited tonight. We have an awesome session planned for you. 2 quick apologies before we begin. As you guys know, Dave is on his honeymoon. He cannot make tonight's session, unfortunately, but he's having an awesome time, having a lovely time. Look, if you're going to miss it for anything, I think a honeymoon's kind of one of those things that you probably should attend. I get the sense
it's not a honeymoon with me.
No. I get the sense there'd probably be some consequences for Dave, long-lasting consequences if he did not attend his honeymoon. So I'm really pleased he did pick the honeymoon. But we are looking forward to having him back in the new year when he returns. We also have an apology from Matt tonight. I think he was going to a movie screening, was it? So he was already pre-booked in advance, so he can't make it tonight either. So that's okay. I'll just have to kill off Niles this session as punishment. No, obviously.
Good luck with them, Niles.
Yeah, exactly. I'll play Niles and Harry, the characters of Niles and Harry for tonight's session, and we might try and find a bit of a way for Harry to maybe head back to the Myconid Circle soon as well, just so that gives Dave a bit of a chance to jump back in with Harry and not have to know a huge amount of things that I've had his character do in the background. I generally like to avoid making decisions for characters even when they're not here. I want it to always be their decisions, the players' decisions. This is our last D&D session before Christmas, so I just want to say, before we jump into the session, a very Merry Christmas to all of you who celebrate Christmas, and a very happy holiday to all of you who do not. I hope you have a bit of time off. For those of you who don't have any time off and are working either overtime or working penalty shifts, we salute you. You are doing amazing work, and I hope that the pay absolutely compensates you for the extra work that you have to do during this holiday period. Hopefully it's a job that you can do while listening to this, and if that is the case and I've just caught you, you have to subscribe now. If you're listening to this while you're working, you have to now hit the subscribe button. It is mandatory. We are obviously very stoked as well to all of you who came and joined us for our Curse of Strahd special episode on Monday. That was a lot of fun. We did another toy shop special as our Christmas special. Obviously we did a Halloween kind of non-canon episode where all of the players were inside Blinsky's toy shop as toys. By popular demand and a number of people asking for more of that, we did a special Christmas version as well. It was a lot of fun. If anything, I think we improved. I think we improved upon the Halloween.
No, we did.
I took everything that you guys really enjoyed from the Halloween one shot and just gave you more of it direct to the veins. So I hope you guys had fun. I had a lot of fun with it. It was a nice, easy one for me to run, and my expansive roll tables for those toy shops grew even larger that day. Grew 2 sizes that day. Mm-hmm. So for those of you who want to do similar stuff, I will be putting those random roll tables and the slight variation rules that I use to create the toy versions of the monsters. I'll be chucking it up on the wiki. It's one of those things where I think it's really fun to do. So if you guys want to use it, it'll be up on the wiki. Probably by the time you watch this, it should be up on the wiki. Alrighty. That is all the fun announcements I have to share. Let me do our recap and we will jump straight back into the session. Previously, the Tempest Adventuring Guild, a name now legendary across the lands of Nostea, has formed a brand new team. Lyra, Niles, Harry, Ember and Threign are delving deep below the earth into the Underdark, seeking to investigate rumours of stone giants taking over territory and arming for war. Now accompanied by Dream, an Owlin taken prisoner by the Duergar, the team have been searching the Underdark for the village their deep gnome guides have come from. During their journey through the vast network of caverns, the team stumbled across a Myconid colony and sought respite from the many dangers of the Underdark. They soon learnt that the Myconid colony was in fact under constant threat, their numbers rapidly dwindling. Most recently, a younger Myconid was killed by a group of fish-like creatures called Kuo-Toa. Offering to assist the Myconids by eliminating this threat, the team decided to head out into the surrounding caverns to hunt down these monstrosities. Before departing the circle, however, the team discovered they weren't the only guests of the Myconids. Zaylin, a dark elf currently on the run from Lothsworn assassins, had been relying on the protection of the circle for a number of years. Initially cautious, the team were able to partially win her trust, and she opened up about her history with the Lothsworn drow and the reason she was being hunted. After making a bargain to return to her after dealing with the Kuo-Toa, the team left her to her solitude. During the journey to the ambush site, the team were amazed when Harry revealed a hidden chamber using his recently acquired magic wand. Inside, the team discovered a long-abandoned research outpost of the Society of Brilliance, a group of scholars dedicated to studying the Underdark. After speaking with the corpse of researcher Davian Hornsorrow using necrotic magic, the team continued on. Following the tracks of the Kuo-Toa down to the edges of a vast underground lake, the team ambushed a lone fisherman who had wandered away from the main village. Before they could make their way closer to the Kuo-Toa outpost, though, a large white serpent-like form rose from the black depths of the lake before diving back down once again. Ember was able to identify this creature as a lungworm, a type of cave-dwelling dragon. Sneaking around the rocky track carved into the cave walls, the team arrived at the outskirts of the Kuo-Toa village. Stretched across 3 large pillars of stone rising from the dark lake below, a collection of ramshackle huts are crudely assembled from hide, bone, and zirkwood beams. As the party approach the large stone archway sitting at the edge of the village, they watch on in horror as the numerous Kuo-Toa cried out, "All hail Shadaridak!" as a figure dressed in priestly robes began to glow with light. The team quickly sprang into action, cautious of letting the robed Kuo-Toa complete the strange magic ritual. While Harry, Ember, and Lyra kept their distance and took out the nearby Kuo-Toa warriors one by one, Threign rushed forward and engaged the priest directly. Meanwhile, Dream attempted to first disrupt the ritual by interfering with the large floating crystal geode, then tried to hijack the ritual to forward his own ends, making a provisional pact with the dark entity pulled into the world by the Kuo-Toa. Dream was, however, quick to realise this pact had consequences attached to it, as his skin began to crawl with dark slime-like magic. Niles rushed to the rescue, taking out some Kuo-Toa on his way before grabbing Dream and pulling him free. We left off last session, as the efforts of Niles, combined with Ember's teleportation magic and Dream's decision to try and sever this bond, separated the entity from Dream. However, this did then leave the entity free to fully manifest in the material plane. And that is where we left off last session.
Man, and he's hungry.
He is hungry.
I can concur with feeling him inside me in all my crevices. He is very hungry.
I can see that the sexual innuendos are
Reminds me of the Team 4-star quote from Krillin when he goes, "When you've had a man in you, you know when he's coming."
That's great.
Oh man, we did have, for context, our Curse of Strahd session there was a lot of innuendo, to the point where the joke in your endo would have almost been boring. Just par for the course. I'm going to bring us across to the map, and I'm going to throw us straight back into our initiative order. We are starting at the very top of the initiative order once again, Shadaridak having fully been brought through into this realm, which brings us to the very top of the round, which is Harry's turn. Harry is going to look over at the rest of you from his perch on top of the archway, seeing Niles, Flicker, Ember, and Dream now teleported away from... it wasn't Ember. You teleported Niles, Dream, and Flicker together away from this creature, and those dark, almost like oil-like tentacles surrounding Dream. As soon as that teleportation happened, Harry kept his crossbow trained upon the remains of the oil that kind of hovering in the air, and as they begin to form into this large, almost shadow-like octopus form, he turns back towards you, Lyra, and goes, "Oh yeah, do you want me to take a few shots at that? He's got eyes. I could aim for them."
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Just make sure you keep yourself safe in the process. This guy does not look like good news.
Oh, yeah, he looks pretty rough, doesn't he? Do you reckon he's a bad guy?
Well, the funny thing is, he does sound kind of similar to the descriptions that I heard from Chana a while back ago. He wasn't good news if it is here. We're all kind of probably fucked. So hopefully it's not him, and it's someone else that's less fucky.
Oh, yeah. All right. And with that, Harry is going to pause for a second and then aim down his crossbow, very carefully lining it up and take a shot. That is going to be a 24 to hit. Harry starting off the night with an incredible roll, 18 plus 6. That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage to the manifested Shadaridark. Let me just add that in. Perfect. As Harry does so, from his little vantage point behind the archway, I will actually also apply his sneak attack, which is additional 12 piercing damage. As the arrow flies through and strikes Shadaridark's octopus-like form, the arrow partially sinks in, but it doesn't behave like it's hitting flesh. You watch as the arrow almost partially embeds itself and then is fully pulled into the form, almost like a small mouth-like orifice forming around the arrow and pulling it inside. Harry looks and goes, "Oh yeah, that doesn't seem like it worked very well. I'm gonna hide again." And Harry then scuttles over the top of the archway next to you, Ember, and takes the hide action as a bonus action. That is going to be a stealth check of 9. Harry doesn't quite make it across the archway.
Damn.
Yeah, that's I roll a 3 for Harry. As Harry gets to the top of the archway, he actually trips and stumbles, falling off the front of the archway and landing right next to Niles and Flicker and Ember on the ground. As he does so, he kind of pauses and looks over to see if Shadaridark has spotted him. You can see one of the massive eyes slowly turn to follow Harry's movements. Harry pauses and goes, "Oh, that's not good." That's his full go. Archpriest Luglug is dead, but Archpriest Gloopool, whose turn it actually is, I'll just quickly update that. For some reason, I got these reversed. I think that's because the names are so similar that Roll20 doesn't know the difference.
Oh, yeah.
To be fair, they are both random Kuo-Toa names. Archpriest, or I should say Priest Gloopool, seeing Shadaridark fully emerge through, pauses, looks towards the entity and goes, "My lord, it is good to see you truly in the flesh shadow. What would you have of me?" Shadaridark turns, this one massive eye flicking towards Priest Gloopool. "Bite, gnaw, chew, crunch." And then turns back towards the rest of you. Priest Gloopool sort of pauses and goes, "Right you are, your darkness." He's then going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's not going to go near the campfire. He's then going to use his dash action 5, 10, 15, 20 and run up towards Niles, Flicker, and Threign, rushing around the Kuo-Toa whip. And as he gets within range, he pauses for a second, focuses, and he is then going to drop a Spirit Guardians as well, I am so sorry to say. That is going to be... Sorry, I know we love the Spirit Guardians. I'll
That's
put a little
hilarious.
Put a little 15 foot... Everyone loves Spirit Guardians. Here we go, put a 15-foot circle on him. There you go, you should be able to see that around him. Everyone within that range, when it is your turn, unfortunately, you are going to be making saving throws. That's his full turn. Threign, it is your turn next. Could I please get you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Yes, that is all good. 21, that's a crit.
That's
Great,
outstanding.
that's what I want the crit on. Actually, it's not bad.
It's not a bad thing to crit on. As you essentially focus and just, I'm going to say almost like your giant constitution and strength just brushes off this effect. This is nothing compared to the biting cold of the northern wastes. As you just shoulder this burden and ignore it, you only take 6 points of damage.
Cool. That's radiant, or it doesn't really matter. I'm not
Necrotic.
actually, it doesn't matter. I just realized that I'm not resistant to any of them anyway, so that's fine. It worked once before, so I'm going to use. So I'm still raging. Actually, this has been quite an extended combat. I probably need to track my rage. It lasts for 10 turns. So I don't know how much turns I have left. You just want to do a ballpark figure, Owen?
I'd say you're probably only at turn
5
4 or
left?
turn 5, yeah.
Yeah, so probably got another 5. I'll get a little notepad out and start tracking that just to be aware of it. Just because I think this might go for a bit longer than anticipated. So I'll just do 5 for now, just to keep a little track. I'm going to, yet again, use a bonus action. Threign's going to look at him. He's sort of going to start laughing again. Well, it's worked once before, so I guess we'll do it again, yes? And then I'm going to try and grapple him again.
This is a different priest, but yes.
Yeah, I know, but we're doing it again.
Would you like to make me it's a athletics check? I'll make a
with advantage because of the rage.
Because of the rage.
That is a 26.
Oh boy, that's going to be tough to beat.
Yeah,
14.
Perfect. And I'm going to attempt to throw him with my second attack.
Brilliant. Make me another athletics check. He has to make a athletics or acrobatics. I'm going to say there's a dex saving throw to avoid being thrown.
That's actually not so crash shot. He might. Fuck. He
11. What do you roll?
Oh! Yes!
Boom.
Hey!
Nice. 13. As you throw Priest Gloopul, as he flies off the edge of the cliff face, he pauses for a second, looks around, and then smiles at you, Threign, as he drops out of sight.
But it is what it is. At least that bubble of necrotic energy is gone, so it doesn't hurt my compatriots. Threin's not thinking that. I'm thinking that. He just loved throwing the fish.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
toss the fish. Fling the fish, I would almost hazard.
They are my 2 actions. Like, that's my main act. That's my 2 attacks. Tied up. But at least I got rid of the Spirit Guardians. So, let's see. Bonus actions. Nope. That's going to be my turn done.
Brilliant. Alrighty. Next up in the initiative order is Lyra.
Alright, so for her action, she is going to activate the sending stone that she's got with Shana.
Yep.
And send these 25 words.
Okay. Read them out. Let's hear them.
Dark and very hungry eldritch summoned here. Gives bad vibes. Read your history. Probably bad. Probs need help. Kuo-Toa camp in Underdark by lake.
Okay, I'm going to say that Shana responds as a reaction to your thing, because that 6 seconds as you say this, Shana's there, the sending stone is directly to her. I'm going to say that she uses, wherever she is in the world, uses her reaction to respond. You hear back, because it's she can reply, right? It's sending. Yeah. You hear back in your mind, Lyra. Hadar, the dark red star. Are you sure? You need to get out of there. You cannot face this thing alone.
I'd reply if I could, but I can't.
Yeah.
Lyra's got no clue, but it's dark and it seems hungry, so as far as she's aware. And then with her bonus action, she's going to completely ignore what Shana said and ram the Kuo-Toa with her flaming spear.
Brilliant.
So it should be... She's gonna go for the Kuo-Toa notch.
Just so you know, you will have to go up around the bluff because that is a cliff face there.
So it's not just a 10-foot flat.
It'll have to be 5, 10. You have to go up and around, unfortunately, just because that is it is a sheer cliff face.
All right, in that case, he's gonna ram Shadaradak.
Okay, brilliant. There is a Kuo-Toa right underneath Shadaradak. I'll just move. There you go. I'll put him there so you can see him.
Sweet. Oh yeah, if she sort of rams at this spot, I don't know how to ping anymore. Sort of that spot right between them. Then it'll be sort of within that 5 feet of both of them.
Brilliant. Would you like to make some
ram
dex
the
saves?
Kuo-Toa. Yes,
everyone.
please. Yeah, sorry. It's just the ram on the Kuo-Toa because the sphere can only target the one.
That is
and
a
so it's
16.
He saves, which is half on a success. So
Roll me
I
some
will roll
damage.
that.
It is 5 damage.
That's
2, don't
awful
forget.
damage.
3. That is almost as
whole
bad as
3.
it can possibly be. As the flaming sphere strikes into the Kuo-Toa, you watch the Kuo-Toa goes, "No!" Holds his hands up in fear, and then looks down in surprise as his hands only get a very tiny sunburn on them. And as he pauses and looks at the fire and then looks at his hands, looks up and goes, Shadaradak, your magic makes their magic weaker. And he bows towards Shadaradak.
Sorry, just a quick one.
Hello.
Did Shana call him the Dark Red Star? Or
Shana responded
something
with the red star, the dark hunger. Are you sure? You need to get out of there.
Does Lyra have any more time left to sort of shout out?
Yeah, of course. Crying is a free action.
Hey, Shidaradak! Are you the Red Star, the Dark Hunger?
Shidaradak doesn't seem to respond straight away.
That's
It doesn't want to use its
assuring.
reaction. I think it can if it
No,
wants to.
it's not going to use its reaction. Crazy enough. Cool.
And then, yeah, no, that's the end of their turn.
Alrighty. Niles is going to quickly check on you, Dream, and make sure you're okay. As he sort of flies up, he's going to move 5, 10, 15, fly up over towards the north where Lyra is currently hiding back at the edge of the village. Dream, you're currently on Kong Chi at the moment. As he gets up in range to you, Niles sort of like looks over and goes, Are you okay? My friend, you look rather distracted. Are you all right? You can talk as a free action. He's deliberately asking you a question.
Yeah. I think I am now. Head's gonna sort of look back along the path that we all arrived on, and then back towards everyone still fighting.
You just saw a fish go off the edge.
Still ever so faintly trembling, seeing Shidaradak and the visions of what nearly happened. Probably doesn't have like anything to respond with. Is still like in his own mind when Niles comes up.
Niles is going to nod, sort of recognizing. Actually, I'll roll an insight check for Niles. Let's see how insightful Niles is in this moment. That's a good question. 24, 19 plus 5. Niles is pretty insightful about this. Niles gives you a bit of a quizzical look, Dream, and then you watch as his gaze kind of softens. He reaches out his hand, places it on your shoulder, looks you square in the eyes, these large, unblinking eyes focused on yours. It's going to be okay. We've got this. Yeah? Hoot Brothers. He nods.
Hoot Brothers.
He turns.
Hoot Brothers. Okay.
Hoot
Yes.
Brothers. He turns. He's going to use his remaining 15 feet, 5, 10, 15, to zoom right up to Shidaradak. I'm going to say that was all his bonus action, because all he did was talk to you for a second and place a hand on your shoulder, and then he's going to do his attacks. Niles is going to...
Just as a memory from last session, not to shit on Niles' amazing
Oh,
moment.
you're
really
right.
helped.
Niles is afraid, isn't he?
Yeah, oh, not just afraid. I think it's afraid, but wasn't something cast on him where he can only use an action?
He was
or bonus
slowed.
action?
You're right. Sorry. He was slow. That's what the little padlock means. Yeah, Niles flies up to you, talks a little bit slower. It's going to be okay. Ooh, brothers. And then he gives you a fist bump. He then turns around. He can only move half his movement speed, and he can't do... he's going to have to do a... he's going to throw a dart from all the way back there. He's going to throw a dart from all the way in the corner. That's still a 20 to hit. Unnatural. Not a natural 20. Dirty 20. As he flings a dart out, he's going to aim for the Kuo-Toa whip that's really close to you, Threign. That is going to deal 9 piercing damage. Very nice as this dart right into the... it was one of Shidaradak beams that slowed him. Right into the neck. It was Ember who was afraid, I think. This dart flies out from Niles' feathers. I'm going to say that Niles' darts, because I don't think he's used them yet, I'm going to say that they're actually his feathers that have been tipped with a metal blade, tucked in and hidden amongst his own wings as he flicks his wing up and flings it out. Yeah, this metal dart attached to his feathers stabs into the Kuo-Toa gills. You hear the Kuo-Toa go from the corner. That is Niles' full go, unfortunately. Dream, it is your turn, and you are frightened, which means that while you are within view of this terrifying creature, you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, and you can't willingly move closer to it.
Did you mean to say Ember?
What did I say?
Dream.
I did mean Ember. I've got a lot of tokens I'm keeping track of. I did mean Ember. Thank you.
You said Dream, and then you were in the frightened condition. Like,
Ember.
I guess, like, to be honest, I do feel frightened, but
Ember. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of your turns. It's not an action to do so. It's just you repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Cool. All right. Well, what I will do is I will probably cast
Scorching Ray, and being frightened, I'm just throwing all of them at Shadaradark. So that's 3 rays, and you said disadvantage on each one.
3 rays, disadvantage on each one. But this could still be pretty spicy.
4 and so 14 for the first one.
14 is not enough, I am sorry to say. The first ray of fire flies overhead, missing Shadaradark narrowly and striking the ceiling. Man,
Please not a repeat.
consistent with the 24s on your first roll each time. That's an 8. That's even worse. The second fire, as you let loose this other bolt of fire, I'd say at this point, Ember, you're not controlling the fire. The fire that you summon from within you is burning out of control at this point, almost like a wildfire. And as you lose concentration and lose connection, all 12 and 15, got to take the 12 because it's disadvantage. All 3 blasts of fire just miss Shadaradark. You watch as the creature turns its head towards you, focusing, these eyes swimming on this very liquid surface skin as the eyes coalesce, these white pinpricks like stars focus on you, Ember. You hear, close indeed, but not close enough.
Terrifying. So,
I will eat you. No, he doesn't say that.
So does the disadvantage from the frightened also work on Flicker, or is it just on myself?
Just you. Flicker is not frightened. Only you are frightened. But would you like to make me a... oh, no, because you're going to commend Flicker as a bonus action. Yep, do that first, and then at the end of your turn, we'll get you to roll your wisdom save again.
So it's one of those ones where, because I'm frightened, I'd probably have Flicker come to me and probably moving away. I'm assuming Harry wants to get out of this as well, and I just get Flicker to teleport me 15 feet further away.
Where would you like to go? Just right back next to Lyra and Dream at the very north of the map?
As far north as we can. I'm sure Harry would like to disappear even further north, but...
Yeah, as Flicker comes to you and Harry sees the flame going around, he goes, "Take me with you!" Holds out. As you then teleport backwards, Harry sort of teleporting next to Lyra. As he looks up at Lyra, he goes, "That did not go well. Not go well at all, Lyra. I'm just a little bunny." As he looks at you.
Hey, little bunny with a big and sometimes evil heart.
He's coming after my heart of gold. He wants to eat it. As he looks at Shadaradark. Alright.
So is it dexterity saving throw now for me, or is it a...
wisdom saving throw, please, to avoid your frightened condition.
Okay.
When you teleport with Flicker, does it set fire to Tim, by the way?
I tried to put him behind, in the corner.
Flicker was in the corner here, so he's out of range. Perfect. No, that's all good. 15. That is a pass. You are no longer frightened. That space, that distance that you put between yourself and Shadaradark, and also, I would say, being surrounded by a number of meat shields. At this point, you've got Lyra, Harry, Niles, Dream, and Kong-Chi all in front of you. You're feeling a bit safer. Meat shields.
Whatever works.
Yeah, you're feeling a bit safer than you did a second or two ago. That makes perfect sense. Dream, it is now your turn.
Niles, are you okay?
I have been better. No, he's not going to talk that slowly. Yes, I just find myself slowed by this strange effect. I'm not effective in combat.
Okay. Threign sort of in the front lines by himself. Ember, I'll find a way to thank you better if I get a chance.
No need to thank me.
And I'm going to pull the reins on Kong-Chi, leaping past through Niles and Tim and beside Threign, attempting to get into that lovely
melange.
Macho brother melee range beside him.
Hell yeah, brother!
We can help with that same interaction as
Looks
our
like this guy's gonna
need an undertaker.
Come on, brother. Let's snap him to a Slim Jim, brother.
Oh my god.
Rather than being naive or arrogant or greedy or selfish in love, instead, the faintest thoughts as he looks at Ember and Niles and runs past a different type of love. they helped him, and he wasn't expecting that. He's been expecting this entire time him to use them and them to use him. He was going to try to join up with the drow woman when she wanted to escape so he could get to the surface world, but he hadn't told anyone. Yeah, I'm going to rush up. Unfortunately, I don't have a Channel Divinity anymore. I'm running low on resources. I've used it in fear, trying to turn this thing away from me, so I can't make the weapon magical to try to pierce through what I already definitely know is this extra planar thing from that weird time stop that happened. So I'm just going to try to slash it twice. Kong-Chi coming up beside Threign. I've got you, best I can. And I'm going to go for 2 attacks with the Greatsword.
Brilliant. Let's get them.
If Kong-Chi has enough movement to bring me around to the backside and into the fire of the flaming sphere, which I'm happy to end, would I get any sort
35.
of benefit of flanking?
Yeah,
Is that a
35.
thing that
Yeah, so
guys
you get a +2
do?
to +2 to hit.
I will take fire damage to get flanking.
Brilliant.
Okay,
You can probably still get flanking if you move here.
That'd
Yeah,
still
you
be
just be
that'd still
between
be
the
sufficient
tent
there.
and...
Okay.
You ran
Okay.
around the back of the Kuo-Toa. So if you ran round past Threign, past Tim, past the Kuo-Toa whip here, you would take an attack of opportunity, but you would not end up in the fire.
Can Quan-Chi fly?
No.
Kong-Chi did
okay.
not
So
have
the
wings like
wings-
a normal fire. Yeah, he's very reminiscent to me.
Oh, good.
Although, he is technically a large creature, so he should occupy all 4 of the squares, so I don't think I ever left the range of the whip.
No, that's a good point. Kong-Chi...
Nice.
Yeah, Kong-Chi is a large creature, so technically you don't. No, that's a fair point. I would argue that if you're sort of positioned on the corner here, you're kind of
Sort of like I'm also in all 4, even though I'm a medium-sized creature.
You're not really an all 4, but Kong-Chi is. I'm happy to. What I'll do, I'll roll, but it will be with a minus to the normal attack.
I'll take it.
Let's have a look. No, that's a 5. Don't worry.
Lovely.
It's a natural 1. It's a 5.
Well, as we come around to the sides, myself and Kong-Chi, as Kong-Chi was there trying to save me as well, and I'd like to think as I grab a hold of the reins and turn, feels that want for a fight again rather than fleeing is also going to come in. So I'll do Kong-Chi's first, which is going to be a horn attack, attempting to knock Shadari Duck prone if he even can be.
Yeah, brilliant. Shidaradak is hovering a little bit off the ground.
A 19 to
19
hit?
hits. 19 hits.
Okay, 11 bludgeoning damage as horns try to ram into whatever tentacled area it can.
As the horns slam into the lower body, this lower sort of cephalopod-like form, the tentacles, which sort of are shifting and changing, or sometimes moving through the space of each other, passing through one another as if they're not there, as the horns strike into these lower tentacles. Some of them sort of get a bit tangled around the horns, but others you watch as this inky blackness almost gets shattered by them as the tentacles are momentarily disrupted and then reform a little bit smaller back up on the main body near the head. Unfortunately, Shidaradak is hovering in place and cannot be knocked prone, but that damage does apply.
I was afraid of that. No problem. Now, also from last session from memory, I'm fairly certain, I think it was a bonus action one. It wasn't an action one. So Shield of Faith is on both of us. It's not protection from good and evil. I'm fairly certain it's Shield of Faith. It's one of those 2.
I think you put Shield of Faith on because that gives you the +2 AC.
Yeah, so 16 for me and
You
14 for him. He's only got the 1 attack. It doesn't knock prone, but as it does sort of slam into it, trying to hold this thing still, I'm going to try to slash into it twice with a withdraw of the large broaded sword.
Brilliant.
So +2 for the first one is a natural 20!
Natural 20. Natural 20.
Yes!
Obviously
I wonder
hits.
what we're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do with that.
That is what I wanted. Okay, so...
I think we
let's
might be about to see a
consume
Divine Smite, ladies and gentlemen.
No way.
a Stone Strike, a Divine Smite, level 2.
Just load up the damage. So we do the better
Good.
criticals, which means you get a full... So you roll a dice, and then you get a full, like a max dice roll on top of it for each one of those. So that's going to be brutal.
Okay, now, one thing I didn't plan for, as I wasn't expecting, a natural 20. I was honestly, my fear of my own head player-wise, was telling me I wasn't going to get it. I didn't cast Thunderous Smite, and it's not like a reaction or instant thing. It's a bonus action, so I wouldn't be able to do it in this moment, would I?
No, unfortunately not.
I need to have cast it, sort of put it across the blade, and then okay,
Exactly.
no
But
problem.
This is still going to be impressive. I wouldn't
Yes.
worry. This is going to be
a
nuts.
vibrating sort of resonance, very similar to that very first time I felt this happen with the gem, and when Lyra came over and intertwined with it. Again, that feeling back to that, and that sort of naive, childish sensation of like, oh no, I can't be bound with her. Maybe I can. Maybe I can be bound with Lyra, Niles, Ember. This is a different, compassionate type of love rather than romantic. And I'm going to try to pull out that energy along with my final second level spell slot, which will be for 1d6, 2d6 for the blade, 3d8. This thing isn't undead at all in any aspect.
Not an undead, unfortunately.
Okay, worth a shot. Lovely. Yeah, so it's going to be 6, 12, 18.
And then 3d8s,
42
did you
damage.
say? 42 extra damage.
42 damage.
42
yeah,
extra
I've already.
damage.
Yeah.
Okay,
42
perfect.
straight away before we even do...
Before you've rolled anything.
Before you've rolled anything and added pluses. Unbelievable.
42 plus 26. Lovely.
So 68 overall.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. And there's a
How much of that is bludgeoning? How much of that is radiant damage? Because Divine Smite's radiant.
The 2d6.
So it'd be slashing, not bludgeoning.
This is plus
Yeah,
a little
slashing.
bit. So 2, 4, so 6, 7, 8. An extra 2 damage added onto that.
Yep.
For a total of 8 is slashing. The rest is magical and radiant.
Brilliant. Okay, perfect. As your long-bladed katana, you just unsheath it in a single move, swing, and then as the blade begins to resonate and vibrate, as you described before, you slash down. You sever from the base of Shadaridak 4 of these large tentacles, cutting them cleanly off. And as they do so, they don't suddenly burst into smoke and reattach. Instead, they fall to the ground and begin dissolving into ash. As they do so, you watch as Shadaridak's full attention turns towards you, Dream.
You are false. And as
Spicy.
both of us shouting at each other, I'm going to come back down, sort of twisting the angle of the hilt for a reverse slash.
Brilliant.
For a second, natural 20!
That'd be amazing if you did.
No, a 14 to hit, plus 2 from the flanking.
As you bring the sword back up, unfortunately, as you go to cleave through the tentacles, you realize you've already cut them. They're gone. And as you bring the sword up, it just narrowly misses 2 of the larger tentacles on the other side of his body. As you swing the sword back up, momentarily losing balance before getting back down into a ready stance, you watch as Shadaridak's full attention is upon you, Dream. You dare betray our pact. You dare turn against me. I will consume you completely and utterly till there is nothing left, not even a memory of you.
Probably still going to wince back a little bit at that, still somewhat afraid of this
Yeah,
thing.
that's a scary statement. I think that's fair.
Yeah, this isn't some sort of like childish, like, no, you! Like, Dream is literally terrified.
And so's your mum.
Could I get, however,
Hey-o.
from the stone strike of that Divine Smite, a strength saving throw to
strength
push
saving
this
throw.
thing back 10 feet?
Yes, you absolutely can. It is not immune to being pushed back. Strength saving throw, you say.
And Dream has
How
a
does
very...
13 look? Maybe borderline, isn't it?
No! Beats
Oh, is that it? It is the DC. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That is
Oh, that's
close,
No, that's
man.
fine. I was really hoping to push it over the edge and maybe get some sort of like lung on God action.
Hoping for the lungworm to suddenly emerge. Would have been sick.
Okay, no, that is my action. Kong-Chi racing up, Kong-Chi's action. The final one is going to be a bonus action. Going to consume a first level spell slot and just try to use magic. It's been a bit faltery as of late. but just thinking I need to save my friends and going to sort of like coat my feathers again, just gently, like a rock sharpening a blade for thunderous smite.
You watch as your blade crackles with energy, but yeah, the lightning across it seems flickery, more so than you remember.
Okay.
Alrighty, Dream and Kong Chi, the Kuo-Toa whips. There's only one left. He is going to turn towards you, Threign, and he's going to make an attack. Threign.
Yep. All good.
He makes 1 bite and 1 pincer staff. Threign does a 21 hit.
Yep.
That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Cool. I'll half.
Don't worry about it. And I will use my reaction to also.
It's only 3 damage, admittedly. Just be aware of that.
I reduce at minimum a d10 plus 3, and it doesn't cost anything. It's just a reaction.
Maybe you should save it for Shadaraduck.
Shadaraduck couldn't miss though. Like I'd rather stop a hit that I know is coming.
Yeah, fair enough. That's 3
Rather than
damage that
one.
Threign doesn't have to take. You just
No problem.
you just sort of like
I will go back
thrust
up.
out your sword and deflect the attack.
Yeah, just completely block it off.
Brilliant. As the Kuo-Toa's
Cool.
jaws
Easy
go to
enough.
bite down on Threign's shins, you just intercept your sword flying out. The Kuo-Toa having to pull back away from its initial attack to avoid being struck by you. Much more cautiously now, it pulls out its pincer staff and makes an attack with the pincer staff. Threign does a... there's going to be a 21 again. Does that hit? Yeah, 21 hits you. That is going
No,
to be...
that one doesn't actually.
That one doesn't. Oh, okay. Right, that's a shame. That is going to be 14 points of slashing damage, please.
Okay, so that goes to 7. Yeah, I'll let
And
that go through.
what size are you right now? You're large, aren't you? Nope. Then you are not affected. Medium or smaller. That is the Kuo-Toa whips go. The Kuo-Toa that is currently
Cool.
in the sphere of the fire. Shana? No, not Shana. Lyra. Does the Kuo-Toa have to make a save if it starts its turn in the flame?
It's when it ends its turn in the
Ends its
flame.
turn. It's definitely going to move. 5, 10, 15. It's now going to flank you, Dream, and it's now going to attempt to bite at you.
Me. You mean me? Yeah.
No, sorry. I said Threign. I didn't say Threign. I meant Threign, though. Actually...
Yep, let's go.
Actually, no. It's going to cast. No. It's gonna bite. It wants to bite you.
Okay.
guys. No. It's back to biting. It wants to bite.
All right, let's go.
It comes up and has an existential crisis about what
yeah.
to do.
What do I do? My master said to bite and shoot, but I want to cast a spell. Well, my master did say to bite. Sorry.
Does a 19 hit you, Threign? 17 plus 2 for flanking. That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
I'll go down to 3.
What about a 17? Does that hit you? 15 plus 2.
It does.
Okay, that is going to be...
15 armor class. Don't have a super duper big armor class.
But you take half damage, so
Oh, that's it.
evens out.
HP
That is
tech.
going to be only 9 points of piercing damage on the second attack,
4
so up
damage.
to 4.
We ran it down.
As the Kuo-Toa bites into you, sort of gnawing away at your form. Next up is Shadaraduck. Shadaraduck does not like all of this attention and certainly doesn't like getting his tentacles cut off. Shadaraduck is going to use Shadow Step. You watch as Shadaraduck momentarily vanishes, his form disappearing into the shadows underneath him before reappearing, hovering out over the dark lake, off towards the side. He is then going to fire a whole bunch of beams. That is going to be 3 beams. Could I please have Simon? You look like you're too happy right now. Could you please roll me? Could you please roll me 3d6s?
3d6s.
3d6s.
3, a 1, and a 2.
2. Okay, so the first ray, which is the psychic ray, seems very appropriate that this is directed at Dream. Dream, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw, please. As Shadaraduck turns his full attention upon you.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
really good at those. Really.
Weak and feeble mind will comprehend.
19.
Nice. That's
That
good.
is
That's
a pass. That is going to be half
Nice.
damage.
You have no sway over me anymore.
So that was going to be 27 points of damage, but that is halved. That's only going to be 13 points of psychic damage.
Damn.
Could have been a lot worse. I rolled really
Yeah.
poorly on that too. Out of the 6 d8s, 2 of them were 1s. I rolled very under average. The next ray, which is a 1, is coming for you, Threign. That is going to be An aversion ray. Could you please make me a charisma saving throw, please, as this dark energy begins to coalesce around you, tentacles wrapping?
8.
8. That is going to be a fail. As you feel this darkness begin to permeate through your skin, wrapping around your body, Threign, you have disadvantage on attack rolls for 1 minute, but you can repeat the DC save as a free action at the end of each of your turns.
Not horrible, not great, but I'll take that.
Let's do that symbol. And then the final ray is going to be a number 2, and that is going to be directed at... who's been pissing him off? Ali, you're looking too happy again. Could you please roll me a d4? 1 is you, 2 is Ember, 3 is Harry, 4 is Niles. 2 is Ember. Sorry, Si, but you can blame Ali for that. She rolled the dice. It's nothing to do with me. It's the fear ray again.
Could you
please
he just got over it.
Could you please make me a wisdom saving throw? I am so sorry.
Come on, you got this. Your wisdom.
Hey!
Natural 20. Ember, you're just like, no. You're not afraid of this thing. This is darkness. You are fire. You are light. You can push off the effect of this easily. And as you turn back around, the darkness holds no sway over you. Brilliant. Shadaridak is then going to move... actually, no, because he can't. He uses his movement to do Shadow Step. He can't do anything else. That is his full turn. Back up the top of the round.
We got this.
Oh, does Niles make a additional saving throw for his slow?
I rolled a 9 at the end of his turn. He's still slowed. I know, I'm sorry.
That's all right. These things happen.
I even accidentally rolled it with advantage, but I had to take the first one, which was the 9. If he had advantage on it, he would have gotten out of it. Harry is next up. Harry is going to, seeing sort of everyone clustering around him, realizing that things are getting a bit spicy, he's going to use his movement to climb back up top of the arch, run over the top of the arch, so he's got a really nice clear view of Shadaridak, and he's going to take a shot. That is going to be a 11. That misses. Harry's aim, the bolt just flies past, disappearing with a bloop into the water. Harry looks back and goes, "Oh yeah, probably should have helped if I'd aimed at the tentacles that are still there. Ah well." And then he's going to try and hide again using his classic strike and hide technique. Harry, that's not good. That's a natural 1 for stealth. That's a 10. You watch as Harry tumbles off and lands back on the ground on the other side of the pillar, almost rolling off the edge of the embankment. That is the end of his go. Unfortunately, rising up on the other side, floating on what could only be described as flying fish-like wings that have grown from his back, you watch as Priest Gloopool emerges.
Damn, he's back.
My purpose gave me wings!
As he flies up on the other side.
Oh my god.
With his aura around him, and as he does so, he is going to make some spell attacks. Oops, that's not the right button. He's going to make some spell attacks. That is going to be on Lyra and Ember. Could I please get you to both roll me a dexterity saving throw, please? Dex save, please, for Lyra and Ember. Unfortunately, you two are right on top of each other. 15 is a pass. 18 is definitely a pass. That is going to be half damage from this. Very nice indeed. That is going to be... Oh, man. Really? 7 points of necrotic damage. That's it. You watch as Priest Gloopool goes to summon the eldritch power of Shadaridak and only succeeds in tickling you slightly with a dark tentacle from your shadows, which rises up and then sort of like slaps you very gently on either side, dealing very little damage. That is Priest Gloopool's go. His wings only last for another round, so he is going to move then over the edge of the rocks, a bit concerned about his future. Threign, it is your turn.
So I have disadvantage on attack rolls.
You do.
But I do not have disadvantage on strength.
Just on attack rolls.
Skill checks.
But I do also need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please, for being inside the range of the spirit guardians, which are still flying around.
3, so I fail it. So how much do I take?
14 points of necrotic damage, I'm sorry to say.
I'm going to do Stone's Endurance.
Brilliant.
To reduce that by 9. So
Fantastic.
how much is that? 5? I've got another one left.
That'll take it down
to 9.
Oh, sorry, that'll take it down to 5. You're right.
Because I have disadvantage on attack rolls. let's keep up with the current trend of yeeting the fish.
Flinging fish.
I'm going
yeah.
to grab the Kuo-Toa whip or attempt to grapple it. Because I'm raging, I get advantage on the athletics.
Okay, fantastic.
Or a 27.
Oh, fuck me. You just pick up the Kuo-Toa. Don't even bother rolling the other attack to throw. This is a bog standard Kuo-Toa. With a natural 20, you auto-succeed. You watch as the Kuo-Toa goes... "Ah!" as he's yeeted out over the lake and then drops into the dark water below. There is only silence as he drops into the water.
I would have
that's
chucked
it.
him probably over here, admittedly.
Oh, that
So
way.
you
Okay,
know.
cool. Did you want to
Because
throw
I don't
him...
want him...
Throw him at Shidorida.
You know, why not?
Okay, in that case, then I will get you to make me make a ranged attack with an improvised weapon. So just your strength plus, so just a d20 plus your
I
strength.
have the
roll.
javelin.
Oh yeah, make it as a javelin,
thing.
and we'll just
I can
subtract
just
your
do a
proficiency
javelin.
from it. We'll just take away your proficiency from it. 23. What's your proficiency bonus? +2, right?
3.
+3. That's still going to hit. 20 still.
You know what's
hits.
funny? I actually get something called giant. I'll just link it to you. I get to add a +2 damage to this
Crushing
with
throw.
crushing throw.
Oh my god, amazing. Yeah.
You are proficient in Kuo-Toa throwing.
That I
while
am. I've
raging.
yeeted 3 of them.
Yeah, when you make
I'm
a
just
successful
laughing like,
ranged attack with
I'm
strength,
just
you can
picking
add
up,
your ranged
throwing them.
bonus damage. Could you please roll me a? Actually, I'm going to use the javelin. I'm going to use the javelin damage, and then it's +2 for your +2 for your rage clip.
That's very nice of you. Thank you.
That's okay. Well, because this is a natural 20, and this is kind of hilarious.
It is.
As you pick up the piranha-like Kuo-Toa, his mouth going, trying to bite you. You just go, "Huh!" and then just throw him like a dart at a dartboard. as
I
the
don't even go. "Huh," I go, and I just pick him up, and I just yeet him at Shadaradak.
You watch as the Kuo-Toa is then thrown towards Shadaradak, and as he bites into one of the tentacles, one single eye flows down along the tentacle and looks at the Kuo-Toa. You see the Kuo-Toa go,
Oh, by the way, it's not the Kuo-Toa, it's the Kuo-Toa whip that I picked up.
oh, the Kuo-Toa whip. Apologies, as you throw the Kuo-Toa whip.
Yes.
As the Kuo-Toa
Is,
whip
yeah.
sort of looks around, realizing what he's chewing as he sees the guys.
Sorry, master.
And then as he's sucked inside Shadaradak, you watch as his form is pulled up, still half hidden in the shadow, and then he begins to dissolve. You watch as the outer layer of his skin begins to turn grey and black, a soundless scream. You can only assume as his mouth is wide open, terror into his eyes, as he takes... you watch as part of his arm and upper shoulder completely dissolve into darkness. Shadaradak, you watch as one of his tentacles begins to slowly regrow as he begins to dissolve
Well,
the
that
Kuo-Toa
sucks.
whip. But
But
the Kuo-Toa whip
that's
did also
fine.
take a shitload
It was
of damage.
hilarious.
That's amazing. So I took your javelin, which was 9, added a 6 to that for 15. That's how much damage the Kuo-Toa whip took as you yeeted him at Shadaradak. This was a
Sweet.
crit. That's amazing. Anything else on your turn 3?
Well, actually, I still have 1 attack then, because I never did the second. Wait, actually, that's a good question. The throw was still, that's just
Yeah,
an auto
yeah,
succeed then, right? Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine. Okay, cool. Let me have a look. The range is still good. I'll just make sure it's a bit lower. Nope, that'll be then my turn.
Alrighty. Here we go. Lyra, it is your turn next.
So, one question first up is, for the life of me, I cannot remember if I popped Swampy at the
You
beginning
popped
of this
Swampy
fight
before we
or not.
started. Yeah, no, you did pop Swampy before we started. I remember
Alright,
that
sweet.
vividly.
In that case, for her action,
I'll just get
she's
you to roll me
going
a super quick whiz save first. Unfortunately, you are in the range of Spirit Guardians.
with save.
Whiz save, roll well. 17's
17?
good. That's only going to be 3 points of damage.
Woohoo! Alright, 3 points of damage. And so she is going to quickly measure how far away this flaming sphere is. Sorry.
It's about 30 feet.
That's
Yeah, there you go,
just far
30
enough.
feet.
Perfect. All right, so she's going to swing for the fences at Priest Gloopal with a booming blade. First time I've used this one, so it's...
So you make it as an
I think
attack with your quarterstaff. I'm assuming you're using your quarterstaff.
Oh, yep, with the quarterstaff.
Brilliant. And he moves,
sorry.
he takes thunder damage like a chump.
Okay, so that's... Sorry, it's the first time I've done this one. Quarterstaff, trying to find it.
Yeah,
I've
just
lost
on
it.
your actions page, just make it as a standard quarterstaff attack as well.
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think I popped Shillelagh.
No, and Booming Blade I think would replace Shillelagh anyway. I don't think you can have both from memory.
No, I think you can have both.
You can have both. There you go.
I think they stack.
Booming Blade just replaces your attack, basically. It's just a spell attack,
Gotcha.
really.
Mm.
And then it's not a
18.
concentration thing.
18 definitely hits
and-
Gloopul.
And then did that damage roll through? It did not. So it should just be that one, and then the Swampy Stack, which is sorry, been a long
That's
time.
okay. So 3 damage with your one-handed quarterstaff strike.
And an additional 1d6 necrotic when I hit.
Brilliant. Oh, very, very nice. Another 1 damage.
What are these rolls? And then with my bonus action, I'm going to have the Burning Sphere ram Priest Gloopul.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and then ram Gloopul. He better make a dexterity saving throw. That is going to be a... Oh, it's a 5.
Hey, full damage!
I believe in you. You can roll.
What are these? Okay, I'm cursed. I'm officially
Oh, no.
cursed.
3 fire damage.
Dice outside.
Did you not pay your Roll20 subscription this week?
No, I mustn't have. I need to pay my blood money.
It's probably because Dave's not here shilling hard for Microsoft Games Pass. That's probably why you're not rolling so well tonight.
Is there some sort of toggle for like minimum
rolls?
damage possible to roll?
There's no toggle for good rolls, unfortunately.
Need to be on comic dice.
Yeah, we do the have fun dice, which is from high rollers. So if you get a number of fails in a row, I think 3 consecutive fails, you basically get an auto. It's a inspiration that you can then use when you need to.
I'm technically hitting, just rolling really.
I know, it's just the damage that's not great. But yeah,
but
we
now, if he moves, he's damned, and if he doesn't move, he's also damned.
He's also trapped. Yeah, I know. That's a good actually. Booming Blade and on one side, Flaming Sphere on the other. That's nice. I like that. That's a good strat. Niles doesn't want to move into the Flaming Spheres. Oh, he could move, punch, and then move back out. Oh, but he'd take an attack of opportunity. Niles would do it. I reckon Niles is in. He like
could,
destroy.
Could he sneak behind between Ember and me?
Not really. I think he'd go for it and then move out of range and take the, because he's seen this guy's a bit of a spellcaster. I think he'd take the reaction just so that he could try and take this guy out. Niles rushes in. He's going to make a whole bunch of unarmed strikes. Niles is going to take this guy out.
Does he need to also do a wisdom check?
Oh yes, he does. Thank you. Yes.
I know. I hate telling the DM things.
No. That's good. I was being overly kind to.
I'm being
to
fair.
Niles. That's a fail. It's 10. I better roll some necrotic damage for Niles.
Yeah.
It's going to be. You sound so happy about this. 12 points of necrotic damage. How's Niles looking?
Jared, you can tell him
Tell him what?
that his character's dead.
I'll go to his house. And
Niles has taken some damage actually.
He's not down though.
No. He's taken a few hits. As this blast of necrotic energy pulses out from Priest Gloopul, Niles rushes in and makes his unarmed strikes. He'll make his 2 unarmed strikes, and then he's going to do a flurry of blows to wind that off as well. Yeah, he definitely. So he's going to do action, punch, flurry of blows, punch. And then, flurry of blows, punch. All right, here we go. So that's going to be 13 misses, 24 hits, 13 misses, 16 hits. So 2 hits will roll 2 sets of damage. That is going to be 9 bludgeoning damage and 8 bludgeoning damage. Brilliant. As Niles gets 2 strikes in, he is then going to step back and actually fly back up over on top of the archway to get out of range of the Spirit Guardians. Priest Gloopul does get an attack of opportunity, which he is going to take, but he cannot use magic. He is going to have to use his scepter. That's a 10. That does not hit Niles, as Priest Gloopul tries to slam down the scepter upon Niles' head as Niles ducks in, gets these 2 quick kidney jabs in place, and then ducks out again. Priest Gloopul is unable to strike. Dream, it is your turn.
Looking around at the, I'm guessing now cinders, and maybe still burning bits here and there of tent.
Yeah.
Is there anything left over of the summoning orb?
The geode that was shattered.
Yes.
Yeah, as you look around the floor, can you make me a really quick perception or investigation check? Your choice.
11.
11. Most of the fragments you find are tiny, like handful of these like broken bits of gem and stone, but you do find one that's roughly about 5-6 centimeters, slightly larger, that has a jagged section of crystal still in the center, and as you pick it up, it doesn't immediately crumble, it still has some heft to it. Interestingly, the geode appearance, the inside crystal, still seems to be slightly glowing with this purple energy.
Okay, I'll grab a hold of that for a second. Looking over at Priest Gloopal. Yeah, look, I wanted to get rid of him anyway, but I want to test something. I'm going to run into the Spirit Guardians, so me and Kongchi will both have to take its effects.
Alrighty. That is going to be a whiz save, please, for both you and Kongchi.
17
17
for
passes.
myself.
That would be half. That's only 11 points of necrotic damage for you, Dream.
And Kongchi also has a +2, so I'm just going to roll mine. A 21 for mine.
21. That's only going to be 4.
So 4 damage to Kongchi. And sorry, I was half paying attention. What did you say for me?
11 for you. So I've halved these already. So 11 and 4.
11 was the half?
11's the half. 22. I rolled 8, 8, and 6 on 3d8.
Geez. Okay.
I know. The next roll was a bit worse. 2, 2, and 4 for a total of 8.
Okay.
Loads of fun. I can
still
hit
standing.
you. I can't hit the pets. We know that the stream doesn't like it when I hit the pets.
I'm going to, as I get closer, do I notice any reaction of the orb and Gloopal's staff?
As you have a bit of a look at Gloopal's staff, you can see that it is not quite made of the same material, but it does share a bit of resemblance. In fact, the staff itself, as you look at it, looks to be 2 items combined together. The longer handle seems to be just a wooden pole that they've reworked and positioned, but the head of the staff is a fragment of this very ancient stonework. And as you look very closely at it, you can see that the design, the stone itself, seems to be made of a similar material to the geode.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to disregard my one, toss it, and whether I'm thinking one of 2 options. I would like to try to somehow remove or destroy Gloopal's staff from Gloopal rather than Gloopal herself. Whether this is through optional D&D rule disarm, or whether this is through attacking it as an object. Dream is wanting to slash at it and either knock it out of Gloopal's hands or destroy it, hoping that severing that connection might remove Shidaridak.
Do you want to do this as like a grapple, almost like a contested grapple, to try and take the weapon off Gloopal?
Yeah, sure, 100%.
You reckon?
Okay. I'll go for my action, athletics.
Oh my god. Don't worry. I rolled a 6.
He rolled worse.
Thank fuck! Okay.
Worse. Yeah. You just reach out, almost deftly in this sudden motion, just snatch the staff from Gloopal. As Gloopal tries to grip down, you just yank harder, ripping the staff free. Gloopal's sort of slimy, fish-like hands unable to get a good purchase on the staff. It's not that you were strong, it's that Gloopal was particularly weak at this, and distracted, I'd say, partly on fire.
Skin and flesh like burning from the Spirit Guardians. I'm going to because it was you said like a shove or grapple, stuff like that, similar to Threign. Do I get a second shove grapple attack with extra attack?
If you've got extra attack, you can use it for a shove. You can use it for another type of grapple. Absolutely.
Could I just use it for a plain old attack?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would like to now, with him not holding it, I'm hoping that I just forego the attack roll, just smash the greatsword into the gem.
Oh, to break the staff. Okay, brilliant. Just roll me damage. You can't miss this.
I'm going to. So I already had Thunderous Smite on it. I'm just going to use the final spell slot that I've got for a Divine Smite. So 2d8, 2d6, 2d6. for a total of big rolls, 30 points of damage.
Oh my god. And you're doing this right there next to Lyra, Ember, and Glupool. Okay, brilliant. As you slam down, as you slam down on the staff, the geode, the stone-like geode at the very top, you just drop the staff, bring your sword down, and just cleave into it. Your sword, which is this beautifully made folded steel katana, just breaks through the outer layer. As it does so and splits into the center, very similar to the larger geode, this one also detonates upon destruction. I am so sorry.
Didn't think about that.
But don't worry, there are some amazing consequences. I need Lyra, Ember, Flicker, Dream, Glupool, and Kong Chi. Tim is just outside the range. Please make me dexterity saving throws.
Paladin, I'm amazing at those. Oh, sorry, everyone. I was
15 to
single-minded. A single goal.
That's all right.
It's not good.
These
It's
things
not good.
happen.
Can I get one for Flicker too, please, Si?
Sure can.
And I'll need Kong Chi and Dream as well.
a
9. Oh, Flicker. Sorry, buddy.
For Dream.
No pets are safe.
Pass for Kong Chi.
4 for Dream, 16 for Kong Chi. Alrighty.
Plus 2 on Kong Chi, so an 18.
18. That's definitely a pass. 15's a pass. Lyra, you are not yeeted. Kong Chi is not yeeted. But I need everyone who passed. They're going to take half damage. Everyone who failed, it's only going to be. It's only going to be 9 points of damage. So that's half to 4 for anyone who passed. Not even that bad. Could have been way worse.
I'm knocked unconscious.
Oh
Or
my
who
god.
passed it.
And Dream is yeeted back 10 feet as well, 5, 10. So Dream, you're dropped unconscious. Glupool is shot 10 feet directly away from the gem, 5, 10 feet over the water. I need to roll another concentration check for him as he takes
That's
more
actually really
damage.
good because he loses his wings.
Well, and he also he might lose concentration on the Spirit Guardians too. He passed it last time.
That'd be good.
Can he main concentration without his spell focus?
The staff is not his spell focus.
Oh, mother.
Oh,
okay,
that is-
fine.
That is
Well played.
The staff is
Shit.
an artifact he is using for his purposes, but it is not his spellcasting focus. And it's also not the original spellcasting focus used to summon Shadaridak. That was priest. Archpriest Luglug. Yeah, that's a fail on the concentration check. I rolled only an 8 on that one. Spirit Guardians is down, unfortunately. And he's going to drop into the water while brimming with magic. This could be interesting. Ember, you are thrown 10 feet back. We can't represent that on the map. You and Ember are thrown 10 feet back, but we'll just have you guys put you back over there. Well, Flicker can fly anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Kong Chi's fine. Oh, what about your flaming sphere? Can you
It doesn't have a stat sheet.
No.
It's sort of like a spiritual weapon. It's different to Baldur's Gate.
Doesn't have any health or anything like that. Cool.
Is it a concentration though? Because then Lyra might have to do.
It will be a concentration check, please, Lyra.
I forgot about that.
It's okay.
Oh, no, sorry, that's a save, not a check.
Damn, why am I so good at memory? This
13.
sucks.
That's 13's good. 13 passes. That's perfect. 10's all you need
That's
because you only took 4 points of damage, so that's fine.
And then could you also take off the Shield of Faith from me and Conchi? As
I can do
I
that.
fall unconscious, that magic is completely...
Dream, you drop to 0 hit points within range of Shadaridak. Alrighty. First off, Dream, I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw. We are going to see if you take an injury from this. It is going to be a force damage injury, so I'll need you to get a Constitution saving throw. As you drop to 0 hit points, I will pull out my
Rewind
injury.
on that Shidari Duck.
We'll come back to Shadaridak, don't worry.
A 13?
Yep, it's the DC is the damage that knocked you to 0 hit points, which was only 9 points of
9?
damage, so you pass. You do not take an injury. For fun, though, and because I enjoy this, would you like to roll me 1d20 to see what injury you might have taken from force damage? I find this fun. Other people say this is a bit sick of me to do, but I quite like it. 14. Okay, here's what you would have taken from your force damage. Okay, 14. Major bruising. The blunt force trauma to your body has resulted in major bruising across your chest and abdomen. Any additional bludgeoning and force damage received results in an additional 1d4 damage. The injury does self-resolve after 1 week, or healing magic can be used to quickly heal the damage to your chest, i.e. cure wound spell. Not bad.
Okay.
14's pretty good.
I don't lose a little limb, that's fine.
You don't lose a limb. If you had rolled slightly worse than that, we would have been looking at a minor concussion. Alrighty. Dream, as you drop to 0 hit points within range of Shadaridak. The massive explosion of force from breaking this staff sends you hurtling backwards. As you fly back and slam into the ground, you feel your head swim, tunnel-like blackness starting to press down on all sides as your vision begins to fade out. As it does so, you watch as the walls of this tunnel of darkness that slowly encroach on your vision begin to grow almost vine-like tentacles.
In death you are mine, Dream. Dream no more. This is a nightmare now.
You hear, Dream, that is the end of your turn.
Cool.
Ember, it is your turn. You watch as Dream drops and does not get up again.
Okay. Do I want to attack Shadowda or do I want to help out Dream? And I think I do want to help out Dream instead. So,
It's hard to know sometimes.
Shadowda doesn't look like he's like
You could
slowly
also...
starting to phase out.
You've got two
Team me up,
options. You
buddy.
could also help Shadowdark and attack Dream if you wanted. I mean,
Oh,
say no
well,
other
I mean,
options. Yeah.
that is the other option.
As you've broken the staff,
Oh,
unfortunately,
actually, no,
Dream,
no.
you
I
can't
know what
see
I'm gonna
anything.
do.
But when we get to Shadowdark's turn, don't worry, I've got something to describe.
Okay.
All right. So, okay. So, first thing I'll do is I'm going to cast Scorching Ray again, and
Brilliant.
all three going at Shadowdark.
Oh,
So
fantastic! Good. Brilliant.
that is a 23.
That'll
the
hit.
first.
Yay! Now he's not scared anymore.
Yay.
He's going to make all
Nice,
these
nice.
brutal
Keep
attacks.
it up.
Excellent.
Good. So that is 7 damage
7 points of fire damage.
for the first one.
Brilliant.
Then second one is going to be a
No, 23.
Oh my God,
good.
Ember! Yes. Oh, amazing.
That is 4.
4 points of fire damage.
Fire damage.
Brilliant.
And last one, that is an 8. So
8 is a miss.
Yeah, look, it's alright. Overall. 2
Okay.
for 3.
So once I've done my quick few flurries of throws, seeing Dream go down, I would want to cast.
So you've already
Healing.
cast Scorching Ray, so you can't cast another leveled spell, unfortunately.
No, you
I
can
can't.
only.
Oh, even if it says
cantrips.
one bonus.
Yeah,
I know
bonus
it's one of the really,
Ah.
one of the really frustrating parts of the D&D
Damn.
spell economy. You can only cast one leveled spell per turn.
Got you. Okay. Well, that's
It's alright. No issues there.
that's
Hey,
what it's done.
that was some
What's
good
done is
damage.
done.
That was some good damage to Shadari Dark. That was fire damage, which also equals a bit of light damage. So that was good.
Cool. All right. Well, seeing that
Lyra's
I'm-
still around too, so if Lyra's got any healing words to chuck out, they're coming.
Cool. All right.
Yeah,
So
I've got some mushrooms I've been playing with. Open wide.
so
I
I'll
brought
do
Tim
the-
back. I can heal you like I healed Tim.
A 19 to hit just for the for Flicker doing his
Fire seed.
flame seed.
Yeah, flame seed. Brilliant. Flicker uses flame seed. It is effective. Let's get some damage. Come on.
So that is a 5 plus my modifier, which is 3, so it should be 8.
8 total damage. Ember, could I get you to please roll me a D100? That's the
Boy.
threshold. That's the threshold for damage. We're not waiting till Shadari Duck's turn. Something's happening now. 3.
Okay.
You
3.
watch as in this instance, rolling low was good because this is I'm getting you to roll instead of me rolling for Shadari Duck. Shadari Duck wanted to roll as high as possible. A 3 is not great. You watch as with the staff shattered and essentially destroyed, fragments of it scattered across the stony outcropping, some of which have even fallen into the dark waters below. Your blasts of flame which score across his oil-like body. That final flame seed from Flicker seems to catch alight something, and you watch as Shidaridark's 4 remaining tentacles go up in flame as he begins slowly melting in place. As he still hovers there, you watch as one massive eye slowly begins to run. There's almost like white slash across his body, looking like stars in the night sky. Begins to almost run like the Van Gogh painting, sort of twisting and spilling and turning. As he turns his attention towards you, Ember, all of you hear,
No, no, this is my world now.
as he begins to focus on you, Ember. He is not looking good.
Well, that is. I don't think because I'm right on the edge of the. I might move a little bit closer to Dream, me, Flicker, and I, and that will be the end of my turn.
Brilliant. Kong Chi, I'm going to say Kong Chi is going to move up protectively over you, Dream, and try and keep you safe by taking focus from you. Would that be fair to say for Kong Chi?
Makes sense.
I reckon Kong Chi, in the absence of directions, is going to like Aragorn's horse, come over, like nudge you, check on you, see that you're not responding, and then take a protective stance over your body. The Kuo-Toa whip is dead. I should take him off the map. He is gone. As he is fully dissolved into Shidaridak. Not that helped at all. Shidaridak's turn. Shidaridak is going to move 5, 10, 15, and you watch as the darkness around him begins to gather closer and closer. But as it does so, you see his form occasionally sort of almost like flickering as sections of him lose control and just drop, landing on the surface of the water, forming this black oil-like slick over the surface of the water.
No, this is my world. I am master here, even if my believers are all dead.
And as he tries to finish that sentence, you watch as emerging from the black waters of the lake below, having been drawn by blood in the water, an enormous white shape rises from the surface of the dark lake. Speeding past, a spray of water showering you in this almost like cold blast. The lungworm rises, its pale white pink body, sinuous, scratching against the surface of the rocky outcropping. It's more wide, and as it slams down on Shidaridark's lower half, it rips as it falls, and you watch as Shidaridak is torn in two. The lower half of his body, the tentacles and main body, just ripped from him, leaving only the head, which begins leaking smoke, fading away rapidly. One single eye flickers over towards you, and as it looks around at each of you, you watch as for a moment it begins to take on this slight, almost dark purple hue before fading away into nothing. Very nicely done.
Nice.
At the beginning of his round, Harry is going to look and go, "Yay, we did it! Oh, there's still some fish people left. Just give me a moment." And he's going to rush over and take a shot at the Kuo-Toa. That is going to be a 17 to hit for 9 piercing damage. I think that might be this Kuo-Toa dead. How much damage is it? Yeah. You watch as Harry just lowers his crossbow. The bolt flies out, striking the Kuo-Toa in the head. The Kuo-Toa, who's like sort of paused and frozen, looks over at Shidaridak and then looks back at you and goes, "Ah!" And then the bolt just takes in the forehead and it just drops, falling limp to the ground. Priest Gloopool, who has landed in the water, makes a swim for the beach, and as he pulls himself up, having not seen what happened to Shidaridak, calls out,
Master, fill me with your infinite darkness.
and he holds his hands up in the sky. But
Spirit
nothing
bomb.
happens. He looks at his hands.
Fill me with your infinite darkness.
He moves his left foot out.
Fill me with your infinite darkness.
Oh, glorp. As he looks up at the rest of you, all looking down towards him.
Why don't we call it a draw?
That is his full go as he readies an action. Threign, is your go next.
I look at the priest Gloopool, and I just laugh. This is going to be fun. You're annoying, you little one. I threw you once and it didn't work, so my axe has been restless. And I just take off a sprint. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Brilliant.
And I'm going to lay into him with my axe. I'm still disadvantage.
No. As soon as Shidaridak is dead, that effect ends.
Cool, perfect. I'm going to use Reckless
Same
Attack.
for Niles, as Niles finally speeds back up again.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
But yeah, so I'm going to sort of bound forth, big grin on my face. I've been having heaps of fun. I've yeeted 3 fish. Actually, you know what?
You're not going to eat the fish again, are you?
I am. Come on, I can't. I've done it to all of them. I'm not going to let that go now. I'm going to athletics check this, raging for a 20.
That's going to be a 11, so that's definitely going to get him.
Perfect. And then I'm going to try and 26 to throw him as far as I can in like this direction into the water.
Out towards the dark lake. Yeah, you just yeet Priest Glooppool, who like goes "Bah!" as he's thrown out over the lake and then lands with a splash, disappearing from view below the dark waters of the lake.
Just got back onto land after you
Yes,
did
that. And I'm going to move 5 feet just to make sure that he doesn't really have any good purchase on the...
Perfect.
Because I get 40 feet as a barbarian.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I haven't actually used my great axe once in this fight, which is hilarious.
Lyra.
Alright, so seeing Dream's gone down, she's going to do Healing Word as her bonus action. Hey, I rolled good for once!
Dream, 11 hit points. You are back.
Nice work.
Finally!
Oh, shit!
As you come
Okay.
awake.
Think he's gone. For now. He's not in your head, is he?
I don't know. What did you see?
He melted.
And that was it?
Think so.
I don't know.
How do you feel?
Harry's like,
Hungry,
I'm
dark?
pretty sure a giant white drake ate him a bit too. You know
Oh
that
yeah,
big,
he got eaten, no!
big dragon thing? It like bit him in half. Kind of cool, bro.
He
Could I use,
melted and then got eaten.
as she mentions that, my reaction from this dying turn to see if I'm okay? I had that weird moments where I saw him like in my dreams, and even though I don't know it, there was that weird, too specific glow of purple that you mentioned.
Could you make me, I'd say, a religion or arcana check, your choice, and you have advantage on this roll. Definitely roll with advantage.
11.
11. Dream, that thread tying you to Shadaridark seems severed. But if this thing was a real god, if this was a real aspect of a god, it shouldn't have gone down so easily. I mean, you would have heard Lyra talking as if it was... I think Lyra, you did mention the name Hadar at some point, because I know Ember heard that as well. So I'd say with your religion check of 11, in the moment, what you recall of Hadar the Dark Hunger is only whispered legends, tales left over from long before the ruin. It was said that the giants, when they were opening the planar portals, one of the portals led to an entity, a dark red star that consumed everything that came close. And it was such a terrifying experience for the giants, and I mean, the rest is kind of lost to history, but enough that fear of the name Hadar lingers. You don't see how this could have been related specifically. If this was an aspect of Hadar, it should have been far more difficult to destroy. And as you look across at all the destroyed Kuo-Toa, you know that gods exist on belief. Kuo-Toa provide a rich source of belief. But there's really only one Kuo-Toa left. Maybe that helped. Maybe taking out enough of its followers was enough to destroy this thing while it was newly hatched, whatever this thing was. But you don't feel that connection. That thread that was tying you, severed.
I think I'm okay now. Whatever happened, a dragon tearing it in half, I'm guessing that's the lung creature. Thank you. Start trying to sit up.
Maybe take it slow. You kind of took a bit of a heavy blow there.
Yes.
How's the rest of us looking? Anyone else close to death?
You look over at Niles, who has taken a bit of a beating. Harry's looking absolutely fine. Niles, who has taken a bit of a beating, sort of puts his hand up and goes, Lyra, I wouldn't say no to a little smidge of healing if you have some. Some of my feathers are a bit damaged.
I am also very, very, very bloodied, but it's okay.
Alright. And then
Because I've been in the thick of it for so long.
All right. Threign is getting the second 2.
Oh,
so the
Okay, yeah, okay, thanks. Hold on, you
Like
can only
the-
do... Are we still in initiative?
Yeah, for the moment, just
Yeah.
because Priest
Oh,
Glue
shit.
Pool's not being dealt with. Sorry, Lyra.
sorry, I thought he was dead.
That's fine.
No,
that's
that's
fine.
okay,
fair.
so-
No, that's fine.
Hold
That's all right.
those ones, 'cause
Dreams
I've
up
only got the
though,
one.
and that's all that matters.
Dreams up.
Yeah, I've only got the one bonus action. So in that case, I'll hold those 2 healing words, my next 2
Yeah,
bonus
no.
actions. But
I
for
wouldn't
my
even
action,
worry about it for Threign too much, to be honest.
can I just fire a chill touch in the area that Priest Gloopool last was?
Yes, absolutely. And when
I
you
don't
do
think
that,
it's gonna hit him, but-
when you do that, Dream, could you roll me a D100, please?
Yes.
I want to see if the lungworm's still hungry.
Oh, he's had good feeding today, though, hasn't he?
I'm finally rolling well.
15. He has not been satisfied yet. Natural
Yes.
20. Oh my god, don't even worry as you roll me damage on the natural 20 chill touch. Holy shit.
Yay!
What the
The
hell?
mushroom's hunger.
9 plus 16 is 25. Oh my god, you're not going to believe this. That's exactly lethal.
Lovely.
That is precisely lethal. That is mathematically lethal. Would you like to describe how you do this, Lyra?
Oh yeah, so I'm imagining as he's slowly trying to swim towards the surface after being yeeted into the water for the umpteenth time by Threign. This sort of very almost skeletal, like I don't think that mushrooms grow underwater, but if they could, it's sort of like a almost like a diving bell spider, where it's encased in this bubble of air. Slowly reaches up from the depths, grabs him by the ankle, and pulls him back down, just slowly.
Just slowly. As Priest Gloopool gets to the surface and goes,
Oh, no, we can talk about
as the hand pulls him down under the water. As he disappears, deeper and deeper you watch as a dark shape swims past. And there's a sudden, almost rising of bubbles at the surface. And then the dark waters of the lake grow still once more.
So, is that the end of the combat, I take it, Owen?
That is everyone out of combat.
So, Threign is just gonna, he's thrown the priest, and then seeing his demise, he's just gonna put his arms
Shrink
out,
back
and
down.
then he's almost like he's gonna put his arms out, and as he falls down on the ground, just laughing, but at the same time heaving, and all the wounds that he's covered, and he's just sort of just enjoying that moment now, to rest. And as he falls, he shrinks down to normal Threign again. As I'm, that was fun. As I'm just laying on the ground, arms completely out, just resting. Arms and legs are splayed.
Dream's gonna scratch under the chin of Kong Chi in a mental command, as Kong Chi is going to, hopefully, as long as this isn't contested, rush down and try to grab Threign by the collar and just start dragging you up the hill so you're not on the bank of the water.
That's fair. You know what? And yeah, I'm gonna allow that. I'm just exhausted as I get dragged along by Kong Chi. I just allow it. I'm just still sort of laughing and sort of breathing, getting my just exhausted.
Niles, too, sort of stands up next to you, Dream, pats you on the back and goes, well, that was a very intense combat, wasn't it? That was not what I was expecting. I thought we'd come down here and hunt some fish people, but I think we should have a bit of a look around, see what they were up to, because that seems bad. Don't like that. Don't like dark gods coming through. Bad.
Yeah.
Hey, Harry. Can you help us have a look and see if there's anything worth stealing? Well, I guess it's not really stealing, it's looting at this point, but if they had anything worth taking?
Oh yeah, I could use my magic wand if you like.
Let's see what we can find first, but yeah.
It's only got one charge left. Alrighty.
Maybe
Anyone
save
who...
it in case we need it for something.
Good idea. Anyone who wants to have a bit of a look around, please roll me an investigation or perception check. For those of you who had anything else in mind, let me know now. What would you like to do?
I'd like to look around, but I'd also like to grab a couple bits of the gem or jewel that exploded. I want to collect some of the glass.
Yeah, can you add broken geode fragments to your inventory, please, Ember?
Cool.
Lyra's gonna help Harry look for shit worth stealing.
Perfect. All right, I'll give Harry advantage on this one then. Hey, let me roll. Oh no, that's a natural 1 for perception for Lyra. I'll just roll a single roll for Harry then.
Is back.
Investigation's 2, perception's 7. Harry will do a perception 26. Harry runs through the tent that had been partially destroyed, runs back out again, begins like moving very quickly. His little bunny-like legs, his lapine? Is that bunny's lapine, isn't it? From the French word lapis, I think. Anyway, his rabbit legs allowing him to move very, very rapidly as he scuttles from house to house and then runs back, pulling out a sack and dumps a whole bunch of shit on the ground in front of you guys. Oh yeah, found a few things that caught my eye. There was some gold.
Nice, Harry.
Yeah, here you go. I got some gold. Found some other stuff. Found a whole bunch of like weird shit. Here, look. And he points to a little
What do you mean by
bundle.
weird shit?
Yeah, it's a bunch of weird stones. Have a look. There's like some crystal ones, some like carved ones. I don't think the Kuo-Toa made these though. They look like they're fragments of something bigger.
I'd run straight over and see if I can investigate and check what he's got there as well.
Yeah. Do you want to make me a history or arcana check? Or actually, I'd say history, arcana, or religion, Ember.
Let's go for arcana.
As you investigate these closely. 7. These look like broken sections of stonework. There's no magic to them. There's no arcane symbols on them. If these are for any sort of magical purpose, you're not sure what. Some of them seem to fit together, though. As you sort of like pour at them, it looks like they're fragments of something. Hard to say what, though.
I spend my time trying to put some of them together.
Put them together! Lyra shouts out if she sees this. She's like, no, what if it summons another, like, Shadarada V 2.0 or some shit?
Harry pauses for a second as you like hold them up partially as someone goes, oh, that looks a little bit like the stonework at the back of the cavern. There's like a broken bit of mural there. He did get a 26 for his perception, Harry would have seen.
Walk on over and have a look at the mural myself as well, and hold the pieces up to see if it matches.
Perfect. For those of you heading down, this pathway leads you down towards the southwest, over to the last sort of encampment, the stone pillar right in the very middle of the room, which is surrounded on a number of sides by large stone pillars which rise up, back up into the stone ceiling above. This area here looks like the Kuo-Toa have recently been excavating. You can see some broken picks that have been arranged around. It looks like they were almost hollowing out this section of the large stone pillar. At first you're not sure why, but as you enter into the section of the campsite here and get closer to the worked walls, it becomes apparent that the Kuo-Toa are excavating ruins. Old stone ruins, but the stone is almost this like dark black with white veins of what almost looks like a marble kind of appearance to it. It's an unfamiliar design, and you can see that at the very back, partially hidden behind one of the larger rubble piles, is an enormous broken mural. What it depicts is hard to say. The entire mural itself stretches about 5 meters wide and about 2 meters high, but the Kuo-Toa have fragmented it, torn out most of the central imagery, leaving only the border behind, which does seem to show on the far right-hand side what almost looks like a star field, like a constellation of stars, and on the far left-hand side, some sort of structure, an obelisk-like structure, but half of it's been chipped off by the Kuo-Toa.
Does anyone get any kind of magical vibes coming off this mural or the pieces?
Still a little lost, not having healed anyone yet and not having apologized to anyone yet, still trying to find his words. And Dream is just going to look over and sort of like small boomph of energy, trying to assist Lyra, a divine sense for the entire campsite, this wall, just taking a look at everything to see if anything comes up as good, evil, affected by the Hallow spell, celestial fiend, undead, desecrated, consecrated, any of those titles.
no sense of undead other than Tim, which you are well aware of by this stage. No consecrated or desecrated ground, no celestials, no fiends. No sense of any evil creatures around you. In fact, the only sense you get is of mostly good or neutral aligned creatures, which you know to be your party, and those nearby. But as your sense reaches out and interacts with the wall, there is some resonance there. Not quite a triggering of any of those conditions, but there is a resonance, a sense of there's something more here. Some kind of magic or some kind of lingering effect still on this wall, even in its broken state, this mural that is still there.
I'd also, sorry, I was just gonna say, I'd also use my Firbolg detect magic as well, just to see what's around the area as we're searching.
That's right. Firbolgs can just cast detect magic. as you just concentrate, use your free magic to focus on the side of any magic. Yeah, the tiny bits of stone that are chipped off that Harry has collected, these little fragments of stone and fragments of the mural. As you look at them, there's the very, very faintest hint of illusion magic still clinging to them, almost as if a spell has been almost completely drained of energy, the last vestiges of this spell still lingering. And as you look at the mural, the same traces still apply to this mural. Even the shattered sections, there's a faint trace of illusion magic still clinging to this broken mural. Yeah, good question.
I feel a little bit of magic. It's neither good nor evil, but it's very old.
I'd share this with you guys. I'd say, I can tell that these gems are from that obelisk. Should I try and repair it?
Rather than putting it back on the wall, if we assemble it not attached together, but the right pieces, close but not touching, adjacent to each other, we can compare the imagery that's on the broken bits and the wall, see what the image is of. If it looks chill, then, we'll see what happens. And if it looks like Shadarada or something else, maybe we let sleeping dogs lie?
Open thought. You mentioned a name when you were shouting out that sounded similar to this thing. Hadar?
Yeah, he was dark and he was hungry, and from what I heard from my friend, her entire world was previously kind of disappeared by something that was big, dark, and hungry. And so, I kind of saw that, and I'm like, I don't know, what if it's the same thing? But he died a little bit too easy, so I highly doubt that that's him. But
as an odd theory for a moment, I want to help how I can. Shadar is not a far leap from his name. What if this were an old... a place of his? What if what we're looking at is meant to be a mural of his, and the Kuo-Toans reshaped it into their own weird form through their belief system? What if the illusion magic over it is currently hiding a depiction of Hadar? There's illusion, you said you felt, Ember. If we have a way of dispelling that, maybe we can see what the actual mural is of. Maybe what we're looking at now is nothing but a lie.
Can I maybe put two potential, just to play devil's advocate, with Hadar, he's, from what I've heard, he's kind of the all-consuming. If he had been here before, we wouldn't be here because this entire place wouldn't be here. But on the other hand, if it is some kind of thing where it's, potentially displaying him, if the magic is connected to him in some way, the last thing we want to do is to sort of touch it and let him know, oh, hey, there are people here.
I think at this point, Niles would sort of speak up. Yes, I'm not sure the best way forwards is to be reckless. I think this is a chance for us to act with caution rather than going ahead. I don't think anyone's suggesting we should reassemble the the mural on the wall. I think Lyra's idea of setting it up on the floor is not a bad one.
I agree. Try to remove the illusion magic once the pieces are in a distanced shape.
Yes, a very, very wise dream, yes.
Maybe we even, I don't know about all of you, but seeing all of the things moving around on their own and reattaching them, even keep one separate so that it can't magnetize to it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Very
central
true.
pieces.
Sounds like you've been through some shit, Dream.
Did anyone else notice time stop before?
Time stopped?
Time stop?
When the big Shadar thing came out?
I know in times of stress, the brain can give you a big boost and you can find things slow down, but I don't think I noticed anything more than that.
No one else spoke with it?
No, I did not notice any time stop. Did not really speak. I threw a fish at it. That's all I really interacted with it, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Throw a fish at it, that is true. Did you experience a time stop there, Dream?
Yeah, a bit, I guess. Here, let me help you, though. I guess I need to... I'll find some words for it soon. And I'm going to go over and to each of my friends just saying a soft I'm sorry, and sort of just slowly getting a bit quieter and quieter. Was trying to help out, but the social atmosphere is very much turning introverted now, in embarrassment, nervousness, sorrow for what he caused. So is going to 8 hit points to Nile, 8 hit points to Threign, and 4 hit points to Ember with lay on hands.
Brilliant. Niles is looking a bit happier.
We're going to go around healing people. I might as well help as well, and I'm going to cast the Healing Spirit now. And
nice.
So there was going to be... I don't know what beast I might just go for like the giant fire beetles. I'm going to have about 4 of them pop out just into the air.
Very undarky.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen, or I actually haven't seen me do this before, but yeah, go grab one. Anyone that needs some healing, go claim yourself a beetle.
Oh, I need a beetle.
Niles sort of looks and goes, "Do I eat the beetle?
Just put out your hand.
Like this?"
I'll do the same.
Wait, so we meant to eat this thing? Is that what I do?
Yes, Threign. Eat
no?
the
Oh.
See what happens when you're funny.
I'm going to attempt to eat the beetle.
Elbows behind my back.
Apple bomb for the beetle. Brilliant. Would you like to roll some health, Ember?
I will. So that is 2. So
I'd 2 for
did the first
Niles. Yeah, I'll say 2 for Niles because Niles is looking a bit healthier now. He's looking a bit better now.
one. Another 2 for whoever was next. So Dream or Threign, whoever would have reached out their hand first.
I think I'd...
And 1 hit point.
And 1. That's not as great, but hey, there's still
one
one more beetle
left. Yeah.
Anyone still need a bit more?
I am
still at positive 6.
I'm 13 out of 44. I didn't use any of the lay on hands on myself because I didn't think I was worth it.
With all my healing that was done to me, I'm actually 32 out of 55 still. I was like 10.
Dream
HP
is still
left.
looking pretty hurt at this stage. Niles steps back and offers the last beetle.
Dream's still like I'm a bit semi-conscious, but yeah, did not feel like he deserved any of it.
Okay, well,
so if there's one more, he'll take it.
Watch it be a 6 now.
5. Hey.
Nice.
Bit better.
With an action as well, I'm going to come over, stroking the side of Kong Chi that's been injured from all of this, and just sort of touch foreheads. You've done enough for now. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would have affected both of us, but I don't want to find out. And I'm going to dismiss my summon steed.
He watches Kong Chi slowly fades away into almost like cloud, like smoke. The last thing to go are those brilliant blue eyes which meet yours and then vanish. Oh!
Lyra... Sorry.
No, you go.
I was just going to say, can Lyra sort of go up to Dream, just sort of noticing the relative sort of unease that he sort of seems to be having now? Like, that's, a bit of a contrast to how he was before this fight. And just sort of be, hey, Dream, I don't know what's sort of running through your head right now. I mean, there was all that stuff with Shadara and the dying, well, not really dying, but kind of almost dying. But I guess I just sort of want to, she was like really awkwardly pats him on the shoulder. Like, I just kind of want to reassure you. I mean, weird shit happening with, maybe less than pure intentions. It's not an act.
I swear, my intentions were pure. They were just misguided, I guess. They were selfish to an extent.
So you're like, most of the people here. I mean, I don't think any of us are here out of some purely noble intentions and, ideology to do only good in the world. I mean, I think everyone here is kind of here in their own interest. I mean, yes, it benefits the greater good, but, I don't think you have anything to be kind of too concerned about there.
Also, in case you overheard it, or any of you, you've all proved yourselves multiple times over now for caring, not just for me, but I guess just for people in general. Your Tempest Guild definitely is what they are chalked up to be. So there's not really a reason to have it anymore. My name is Bartholomew, as I mentioned to the Kuo-Toans before any of you, which is fucked up. I know, I see that. Dream is what they titled all of the workers underneath the stone giants. It was more like a prisoner tag for all of us, as we were daydreamers, sort of just wandering back and forth in the furnace. Nice to meet you all, and yeah, I get what you're saying, Lyra. Thank you. Thank all of you, Lyra, for bringing me back, Ember for stopping a darkness that would have held me for my entire life, Threign for charging face first, taking much of the brunt that may have gone to me or my kindred spirit, and Niles, sort of just lost for words. I'm just going to come over and a second time hug Niles.
Niles reaches out,
brother.
wraps you in a hug, pushes you back and holds you, looking at you eyes, goes, Bartholomew, it's nice to meet you, properly.
As I'm still hugging him, by the way, I thank you for not shooting me, Harry.
Oh, no problems. If you ever go dark, though, I'll shoot you for you.
Thank you.
If that's what you want. I just figured that was what you're sort of going for, right?
Yeah. If you see wings like whatever those were, definitely take the shot.
Oh, it's all right. We've all been possessed by dark spirits before, haven't we? There's a sudden pause as Harry looks around. No one seems to be in agreement, and he just quietly slinks back into the tent.
Don't.
Wait, so you just quickly checking, trying to study him a little bit. You didn't speak with it, but you've had an experience like this, or you did speak with him?
No, I didn't speak to no one.
Okay.
I mean, I spoke to you a lot, but I didn't speak to the dark thing, the big octopus monster.
But you've been in contract with an entity before?
Well, we all get around.
Insight check.
Insight check.
That's fair. Holy shit. That's
15.
24 for Harry. What were your insights, Lyra? Oh, Lyra, 23! So close! Oh, no! That is so close. 15 for Dream. 5 for Ember.
I'm not actually going to roll insight because I believe in my teammates.
Do you think,
even if they're like potentially lying, so I'm not going to roll it.
The inquisitive owl that is Niles would also be.
Yeah, Niles would
curious.
Definitely. Let me roll an insight for Niles. +5. Oh, it's only a 15 as well.
Okay, worth a try.
So for Niles and Dream, or would you like to keep going with Dream, or do you want me to update you to Bartholomew?
Bartholomew, please.
Done. I'll have the overlay updated for the next episode. So
Didn't really even like the name. Not me. Dream didn't like the name Dream because it was almost like calling a World War II Jewish survivor by their serial code rather than their name. Like, it just was not something he ever wanted to be called, but he didn't trust people with his name for more, still deeper reasons, but he doesn't want to make everything that's happening about himself right now. There's obviously the shit with Hadar, with Harry, with people saving him. His pretty boy rich past can be just fucking past for now.
I'm going to say Niles probably should roll a history check, but I'm going to say that Niles doesn't immediately recognize the name, and when Matt gets back, that's when Niles recognizes the name and is able to roll a history check.
Nice.
Lyra, what was that? Bart for short? Yeah, for the overlay. Bart will fit much nicer on the overlay. Do you like Bart as a short name, or do you prefer?
No, I would like to be called Mew.
Mew,
no,
done.
Bart is
okay. No, that's
There's
fine.
a second evil twin of Bart called Mew
Christian's
2.
playing an edgelord. Yep, I've got that all recorded. Perfect. Nah, yeah, we'll go Bart on the overlay because that's nice and easy to fit. Perfect. Yeah, I mean, Bartholomew and Niles, he seems to be telling the truth. Ember, no, man, Harry sometimes comes across as having a bit of a shady past, but you've never seen anything Harry say or do that's even been slightly concerning. In this moment, you don't remember any of the concerning things he has said and done. At the moment, you're like, nah, Harry's fine. He's a trustworthy bunny. I mean, look at his cute little face and his tiny button nose. That's not the face of a liar.
He helped me find the secret hidden closet in the university. I trust Harry more than probably anyone else at this stage.
Yeah. Lyra with a 23. That's only just missing the 24. There's a bit more here Harry's not sharing. Like, he brushes it off as a bit of a joke. Like, he gives a bit of a wink as he goes like, oh, we've all been around. Gives a bit of a wink. Everyone else kind of takes it as a bit of a joke and laughs along. You're not sure it was 100% a joke. There's something there. You're not sure you'll get to the truth right now with Harry. Maybe when he's not around other people, maybe when it's just the two of you. There does seem to be something else there, something he's not willing to share right now. Maybe.
I think with that, like, sort of that inkling with Harry, she's sort of talking as if she's talking with Dream, but sort of angled enough that if Harry's sort of paying attention, he can sort of tell that she's also maybe talking to him as well. She's sort of like, I guess what I was trying to say before is just with the group, we kind of take a lot of stuff in our stride that maybe a lot of things wouldn't otherwise be taken in our stride. I mean, when I first met up with the group, they rescued me. I traveled with them for like maybe a week or two. I ate someone, went on a murder hobo spree, and then died. And then they still went on a quest and resurrected my dead body. I mean, like...
Died? Wait. I'm going to reach a feather into my mouth, walking back over to the area where everything happened, and look for the mushrooms that I never ate.
Inside your mouth?
Yeah, that I sort of just stored in there. The revivifying...
As you reach in and try and scrape out the remains of these spores, there's a soggy, slushy mess that comes out into your hands.
They dissolve and they're not going to turn you into a zombie, I promise. Yeah.
Oh, no, the ones that the spore, the Sovereigns gave me.
Yeah.
I was hoping it was going to, like, revivify, melded with Kuo-Toans, revive my wings, but it didn't, and now you can shake off the sooty mess. That's a lot. Sorry, I got sidetracked. You ate someone?
It's a long story. I was a big snake, and I didn't realize that they were someone. I thought they were monsters. Turns out they weren't monsters. They were druids.
Wait, are you a shapeshifter? I've never seen you actually shift.
No, funny enough, I haven't done it since. I've been kind of afraid.
Why have you been afraid?
You haven't wild shaped since that incident. Oh my god.
No, she hasn't.
It's like a campaign and a half ago.
Could you show us? Actually, no, I don't want to be eaten. Thank you for the kind words.
But wait.
Yeah, I mean, actually, sorry, I was on a tangent with that. So like I said, no body, but I was like a soul floating around, right? And then they were like, oh wait, she needs a body, she's still here. And so they found someone who grew me a new body. But I mean, by that
What?
same logic, if we
Hold
can't track
on.
him down, could we not find you
Whoa.
and grow you new wings?
How did they... Wait, hold on a sec. We'll get to the wings, but how did they grow you a new body?
Is that why you're kind of like a plant?
No, I think that has more to do with the Fae. They, Fae influence, being a soul floating around, saved by the Feywilds.
No, I don't.
Soul save.
What ventures have you been on?
Have you,
And this
have
is
you
also
read your
the dragons.
Tempest Guild
Have-
histories?
Wait, hold on. Can
Niles
I
is
ask
like
a quick
outraged.
Hold on.
Did you not check
Are
on the
you
history of
sure
your
this-
employers before you joined the
Wait,
team?
are you... I didn't. I literally attacked you in the middle of a room, so I don't
I didn't even know that the
this
Tempest Guild existed.
recruitment. But I want a quick question. Are you sure this is not just like mushroom trip? This whole thing that you're talking about, are you sure that just didn't happen after you took too many shrooms?
Yes, I'm very sure because Shauna used to be part of me, and now she is running around in half of my body and half of a snake.
Wait, that person that we met, the snake woman, is half of...
Yeah.
I'm so confused. I saw a lot of things up north, but I did not hear or say anything like this.
Welcome to the Tempest Guild, where crazy shit happens on almost a weekly basis.
As we're talking about this, my smile actually starts getting quite wide. Like this sounds really fun.
I'm gonna whisper to Niles, is this meant to be making me feel better?
Yes, if you think about it in a very round... Sorry, I've got to get Matt's voice right in my head again, sorry. Oh, yeah, yes, if you
Very proper.
If you think about it in a roundabout way, what she's saying is that these people will help anyone that they trust, absolutely. And there's always a second chance.
How shit they are.
Okay.
Oh, and that we can grow you new wings.
I need to find... The wings can wait.
I actually don't know how the Tempest Guild grew you a new body, Lyra. I just realized I don't actually know how that happened. That wasn't shared. Is that a secret? Are we not supposed to know?
No, I mean, I don't think. At least from what I've been told and from what I somewhat kind of remember, they killed a dragon, traded the dead body of a dragon to a futuristic space bug who lived in a underground bunker made of steel, who could somehow grow bodies.
Oh my. Ooh.
A sad thought, if it was a futuristic space bug, could it have taken the future Lyra and just put your consciousness in this? You murdered yourself?
Oh, she was a soul floating around. And Shauna used a wish spell to make sure it was her consciousness her soul that went right back into the body.
I see. Cool.
If you wanna see that, you can catch up on the previous campaign, the Tyranny of Dragons, on YouTube at the Lost Archives D&D. That I believe that happened around episode 60, if my memory serves me correctly. So,
which episode? 4?
The resurrection of Shauna, the resurrection of Lyra. I think that was.
That might actually be a lot more. If we did roughly about 100 episodes of Tyranny, I think we're looking more closer to
80 or
like
90.
that 90, 80.
It was right before the fight.
Oh, then yeah, it would have been
so we're
episode
looking
like
about
90.
90.
The best part is,
Yeah,
because I only watched recently, I'm just as lost as Bartholomew with this ancient lore dump. Cool. Okay. Well, look, I need to, before anything, I need to find a way to make it up to each and every one of you.
Don't worry about it, man. We've all been there.
Hey,
No, I think,
while we're
I
down
think you're
here,
fine.
there's
You're fine, Bartholomew.
while we're down here, there's only one thing that needs to happen. We need to smack that guy's ass that did what he did to you.
Yeah.
Speaking on that, I vow, I put my word on myself, my family's lineage, that I will help each and every one of you until we see the sun again, with everything that you've done and given me. And I'll sort of, again, just pull out that potion of clairvoyance that Ember gave me, stuff it back down as there was lingering thoughts, like I mentioned. I'll tell you, I was possibly even thinking thoughts of leaving you in the care of others once we found out where it was and leaving with that dark elf. But no, I am resolved now to properly show the love back to all of you that you've shown to me.
Oh, well, thank you, Dream. Bartholomew?
I mean, it's appreciated, but I mean, it's not kind of necessary. I mean, it's not as if you signed a contract with us when we first found you down here, man. Like,
We will produce one of those when we get back to the surface, if you're keen to join.
Yeah, if you want to join the guild, like, but you know.
Maybe. My father always told me that forming relationships with other parties, negotiating ambassadors was important. So I think me being a member might actually be a funny twist of fate.
Your father was involved with forming negotiations with other parties? Who's your family?
I think he means like business parties.
A bit of everything. Like I mentioned, I've been to the Unseen University before. They're one of them.
Well, I guess none of us have actually asked this of you, Dream. Oh, sorry, Barty, whatever you go by. Before all this Underdark stuff happened, what was your life before? If you don't mind me asking. Actually, no, what? I'm not going to say if you don't mind me asking. I don't ask that. I just blunt. Why am I doing that? That's Jared there, not Threign.
Well, I'm from Ares. I'm not sure if any of you have been to any of the floating cities before. This is one of them. And my people and family are from there as well, on the Shattered Isles, although ours is the unmoving island, I guess is a common title given to it. It's one of the floating islands that no longer flies in the sky. It's where all the winged folk are. A lot of people just call us Aarakocras, sadly, but the Owlin, obviously a different race. Aarakocra is their own as well. We refer to ourselves as just the winged people of Ares. The Ares theocracy is, I guess, our main religion that my father's a part of, and I studied underneath him as well when our peoples were first reaching out to the Leonans, Tabaxis, other races. When we came to this land.
I will quickly turn to Niles. Niles, you also from this Ares theocracy, or whatever he said?
Oh, yes. The Silverwind family have been followers of the Ares theocracy and have been very involved with the Ares theocracy for a very, very long time. And I did some of my monastic training underneath a monk at the Ares theocracy at the city of Ares, the grounded city.
Yeah, but yeah, my father, it's fairly important there, and I'm trying to, me and my siblings, fill his shoes through our own teachings, the collection and looking of ancient relics like the pieces of...
Arathis' staff, I think it was.
Yes, Arathis' staff. The worship and study of Sirenita, goddess of watchfulness. So forming with the Tempest Guild would be good. Probably is a little bit of, I guess, destiny that I stumbled across all of you in the vastness that are these networks.
It does happen that way.
If you've been gone so long and missing, I take it that your family would be worried.
I would. I had hoped they were, but if they were, I wouldn't have been where I was for so long. So maybe not.
No, blood
no one
is
letting you
thick.
get home?
Yeah.
What was that? Sorry, Larry? You go.
The first Aarakocra I saw was Niles, and he wasn't even a rescue party for me. So
And I'm not even an Aarakocra.
Doing my own racism.
You guys do look a lot different though, admittedly, out of game. Different types of owls, actually, by the art.
Niles is basically a screech owl.
First of the Ares people that I saw, Niles, didn't even know I was missing, so that speaks mountains in its own right.
If it's any consolation, I haven't been back to the Eris Temple for about 3 years. And while the Silverwind family are very good at trading in goods, we're not so great at trading in information. I've been sort of setting out on my own, and I've not really had too much contact with my family for the past couple of months.
Look, I can't speak for your family, but where I'm from, blood is thick. Kinship is everything. So, if they're like us, then they're looking for you everywhere. They won't give up, hopefully.
Maybe they didn't know where to look.
Did they know you were even down here?
I don't know. I hope they're looking for me.
I had no idea there were this many tunnels underneath the land. I didn't know how big the Underdark was. It's only since we got here. And I get the sense it's a lot bigger than even we've seen.
Also, while we're speaking, everyone, I'm so sorry to interrupt, but do you think these things taste like fish? Do you think there's a fire here? Do you think I should start cooking up a bit of a feast while we talk?
Well, I don't.
Got some help?
People don't often eat the Ares people, and when they have, I've been told it's more akin to humanoid flesh than chicken flesh, so I don't think they'll taste like fish.
That's okay. Only one way to find out, I guess.
Threign,
I start dragging one to the
If I were
fireplace.
to fall in combat, would you? You wouldn't.
Well, if it was it was only if it was by my hand.
Okay. Which as Niles moves over closer to Bart and
guess
away
what?
from Threign.
You don't have to worry too much, my friend. Don't worry.
Anyway, I'm gonna turn away and trying to break away from the conversation with family, and now this depressing thought of maybe they have just sort of like abandoned me, that I'd been so wrapped up on Satine that I didn't actually think about the fact that good old mum and daddy and the siblings didn't come searching for me. I'm just going to try to start piecing some of the pieces together.
Brilliant. So, Threign, while you attempt to cook one of the Kuo-Toa?
They're fish.
They're fish people.
So.
They're fish people. The second word is kind of the key one here.
Look, I'll be honest. Up north, I don't eat my own people, but I eat the beasts and other things that are up there, and I haven't really left the lands otherwise. I haven't been really anywhere else.
I'm gonna get you to roll. Are you proficient in cook's tools?
That is a negative.
That's a negatory. I'm going to get you to roll me, I guess the only thing I can think of is a constitution saving throw. That seems appropriate here as you. And while you are doing that, who else is helping Bart try to piece together the fragments of the mural? Oh, good.
While they were talking, actually, as soon as I heard that Lyra had been brought back to life, I'm going to be talking to Flicker going, so Lyra was dead, but now she's a mushroom person. Dream is not Dream. He's Bartholomew and his family's not here. And I'm going to look at Harry and go, Harry's all right. And
he's the only honest one.
Threign is eating the fish people when Flicker looks at me and goes, we're both trying to piece the pieces together. So, go.
Hey, look. Food can be scarce up north, like I said in just the chat just then, so...
Now's the moment to reveal your evil twin if you got one, Ember.
Well, yeah, he just pops up from nowhere.
Me! Come! Just Ember backwards.
I don't know how long it takes for me to assemble it all together, but that's what I would have been doing while this
The time it takes Threign to cook this, Bart, Ember, and anyone else who wants to assist, Niles will also assist with this puzzle. Could you please roll me either an intelligence or a wisdom check? Just flat intelligence or flat wisdom, your choice. Niles will also assist with this. He will do a flat wisdom check as well.
That is a 22.
Oh wow. Okay, so we've got a 4 from Dream. To be fair though, you are a bit distracted. That kind of does make sense.
Very distracted, yes.
17 from Lyra, 22 from Ember, and from Niles we have a 16. So all up, a really, really nice spread of numbers there. Really nice high average. As the four of you get to work piecing this together, Threign, fuck are you doing? Harry is going to assist you with this.
Fish.
Well, they're fish people. As Harry helps you, he goes, "Oh yeah, I've skinned a few fish in my day. I like a bit of a fish on a stick. We cook on fish on a stick, Threign."
Oh, that's my understanding.
You might think I'm herbivorous looking like this, but actually, I quite enjoy a bit of fish.
Oh, well, by all means, jump in.
Brilliant. I'll roll a con save for Harry too, because Dave's not here, and he deserves everything he gets. No. That is going to be a 4. Good. Good.
Nice.
I think this is what we're going to be wrapping up on tonight. Threign and Harry, as the two of you cook over an open flame. I hesitate to ask, but we're long past the grace period where YouTube is listening to this and demonetizing us. What part of the fish people do you cook on the fire?
I would just honestly do the whole thing.
The whole thing.
It's a fish.
Yeah, but it's a person. It's as big as a person. Well, as big as a dwarf. It's only a cooking fire. That's a big surface area. This isn't going to be cooked. Is it? I guess this explains the con save.
No, honestly, I don't. Oh,
It's not even fully cooked.
It's not even cooked. As you
in Threign's mind, it's just a fish. He doesn't. I know it's a humanoid, but for him, he just sees fish.
Fish,
Sees,
fire,
some
fire.
eyes and
It's
stuff,
been on
but-
fire, means it's cooked.
As you get one of the sections of Zerkwood from the burnt down tent, you snap off a big section of Zerkwood tree, the pillars that are there, you get one of the... Is there a specific Kuo-Toa you eat? Like, do you eat any of, like, the named ones? Or you just go for one of the named
Well, none
ones?
of them are actually here. Just whatever's closest,
That's
probably just like one of the Kuo-Toa.
Let me
Probably
rephrase.
this
You
one,
don't
actually.
know any of their names. They did have them.
No.
As you
No,
just
I
get
don't.
the nearest Kuo-Toa, Harry helps you hold open the mouth and you shove the spit all the way through the mouth and out the other side and then hold it over the open fire and slowly roast. Hey, I didn't tell him to do this. I have to describe what happens. Don't give me that look of disgust. I hate this.
Food is scarce up north.
Thank God you're down underneath the ground. As you slowly cook the Kuo-Toa. The clothes, which I'm guessing you don't remove.
I would just leave.
Didn't think that far. No, he
I would
didn't.
leave his private parts covered at least. And that's about it.
So I won't expose him, but I will eat him, is what I'm hearing. It's good to know where the line is in your mind. As you we
The
broke
linen
Simon.
adds a little bit of protein.
I can see literal tears. As you slowly spit roast the Kuo-Toa, the loincloth does catch fire. It's on the outside of him and burns off. The skin burns and charcoals. Harry sort of peels a bit and then realizes how big a job this is to peel an
Wait,
entire...
does that thing have junk on it?
I have to answer this
Are
question
these actually
now.
fish? Are these actually fish?
They have, similar to how birds have a cloaca, the Kuo-Toa would also have a cloaca as well. Not a question
You
I thought I
know
was going to
what?
have to answer.
Harry, to be honest, I thought this was more of a beast. I'm not actually into this anymore.
You've already rolled
That's
the
actually
con
turned me
save.
off. Well, look, because we haven't actually done the eating yet, I guess.
Okay.
You're still
Okay.
describing it. I think doing this and then actually seeing that it's actually more of an actual human than a beast, I think Threign
Temptation for Harry to call you a pussy right now. He's not going to. He's not going to.
Look,
The
I think this
con
isn't
save was-
this isn't me playing it down. I think this is just actually how Threign to be. He thought these were beasts. And now that he's actually like seen they have like more closer to human anatomy,
You take
he's
off the
now
necklace that
suddenly
it's
being
wearing,
turned off a
peel
lot
off
more.
the clothes.
The
I
shell
know,
that
like
has
that doesn't. Yeah.
of its baby and wife.
It's at this point you sort of change your mind. I mean, the smell of
I don't.
cooking fish does start to rise from the body as you take it off the fire. Do you just leave it on the
Nah,
pathway?
it
What do
does
you
junk.
do?
I just leave it on the ground.
Okay.
Take a piece of fish and
Actually,
see
you
its
know what?
junk and just go,
You
no.
know what? I don't really want to eat this. Harry, do you want to eat this? Are you into this?
I feel like there's no right answer to that, so I'm just going to say no.
Okay. I start dragging all the corpses and throw them over the cliff so then the worms can eat.
Harry will help you with that. Brilliant. While the two of you commit war crimes,
Wait, Owen is sitting there just like wiping sweat. I'm like, thank God they didn't actually eat that thing.
I had a description ready for what would happen. I was going to do the Baldur's Gate 3 voice. Do you know that bit where you can eat the spider that's been infected with succubus spittle? No, you haven't found that bit. Okay, there's a secret thing you can find in Baldur's Gate 3. There's a rotten spider corpse, but it's because it's been flavored with succubus spit. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna do the whole like the warm, sweet flesh tears off the bone easily as you bite down. I was gonna do the whole like whole Baldur's Gate 3 narrator voice, but no, thank God I don't have to do that anymore. As Threign and Harry commit war crimes, let's jump back with the other 4 people who are trying to make a puzzle. Really different activities chosen in the group tonight. As the 4 of you who are making a puzzle, sipping on a cup of tea, it does, as you're in the corner, it does smell like cooking fish for a moment. And then the smell kind of fades away quite quickly after that, and you begin to hear the sound of splashing from behind you. But all of you are so focused on this puzzle, or in Bartholomew's case, focused on the thoughts racing around in your head, this feeling of almost getting stuck in a thought of, why didn't my family come and find me? Slowly, piece by piece, you begin to assemble the mural. It doesn't look like you have every piece here, but you do have a fair number of them. And Harry, sort of wandering back over after throwing a few of the Kuo-Toa over the edge of the cliff, drops a few more pieces at your feet and goes, I found these in the pockets. Some of them were wearing it as jewelry. Did you want these?
Thank you, Harry. Yes.
I'm not going to go swimming for the other ones. I think I might get eaten by the big drake.
Well, yeah, I don't think he looks too full either, so it's probably a good idea that you stay on shore.
Yeah, I think that's probably safest. All right, I'm going to go help Threign cook the last of these Kuo-Toa. Bye! And then wanders back over. The mural that you pieced together, despite having a few pieces missing, shows a very, very unique art style, one that none of you would recognize. It seems to depict events in history, the very distant history if you're any judge. You can see the strange obelisk that was visible on part of the mural that's still set into the stone wall. Actually wasn't an obelisk at all. It's a crude representation of almost what looks like one of the giant portals, one of the massive ring portals that you've seen in the cities of Palin, as well as in your visions of the giants. You can see the portals opening. You can see what looks like the elves and the dwarves. Very interesting depictions of them coming through. The pictographs are very angular, mostly straight lines, almost no curves at all, forming these very isometric forms. You see the elves and the dwarves and the dragons all coming through the portals. And then portals to other places. Hundreds of these tiny portals sort of fill the screen of this mural, showing various worlds beyond the horizon. One, to your eyes, Lyra, looks almost like the Feywilds, specifically the Twilight Forest where you were. This endless expanse of trees stretching as far as the eye can see, held time frozen in perpetual twilight. And then you watch as the portals are closed rapidly, the mural showing the giants dismantling the portals, as you see in some of them single red star glowing. And as the mural continues onwards, you can see one massive portal showing the giant red star and what look like tendrils of magic reaching through, stylized, almost resembling, to someone not used to seeing this, the shape, the circular portal and the tendrils of magic reaching out, almost an octopus-like form to those who were unfamiliar. And then you see the final image. A view of the planet, the continents unfamiliar, the planet itself unfamiliar, constellations around it. And you can see spires hovering around the planet and what looks like a jagged shield surrounding it. Network, a field of stars in the background where it lines up with the other half of the mural. That is what you will see.
Does anyone recognize the constellations? I feel like that's important. I don't recognize the landmass itself, but does anyone recognize any of those constellations?
I'm going to get a history check from anyone who wants to have a bit of a go trying to figure out
Bit of a long shot.
Heyo. Yeah, I love a long shot in D&D.
Would Lyra get any boost to this roll because there's a decent chance that, because she's, like, before she was frozen in the gem, before all the other shit happened, the constellations may not have changed that
as
much as he remembers.
Oh yes, it is long enough ago because you were frozen just after
in a gem.
Yeah, because you were trapped in the gemstone. Was that just before? No, it was just it was after the ruin.
About 600 years.
Yeah.
By memory.
Yeah, you absolutely can roll with advantage. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, nicely argued.
And my big ones.
It's always good arguing from a position of science. I will always support that. 4 for Ember. Ember, the constellations are unfamiliar as well. This could be anywhere. Lyra, a 9. Yeah, there's something about them that seems a little bit familiar, but you can't quite place your finger on it. Weirdly enough, it's actually Bartholomew. From this perspective, the constellations don't quite line up, but you've got quite a vivid imagination. And as you concentrate and focus, and I'd say probably maybe one of Bartholomew's pastimes at night was to look up at the stars and to, I guess, even imagine the stars and try and remember them once you lost your wings, trying to picture what it was like to fly through the night sky once again. With a 12, this is Nostea. The constellations are different, but not extremely so. If you were to sort of angle your head and squint your eyes a little bit, yeah, you can recognize the constellation of the Archer. You can see the constellation of the Magus. Yeah, this is an accurate depiction of many of the constellations that you know today.
Wait,
just different.
Long shot.
Yeah.
Does the geometric shape of the giant piece in my palm match that of the obelisks floating around the planet?
As you look really closely and focus, you can see, I mean, this is a massive mural, right? It's like 5-6 meters long, 2 meters high. As you focus in on these obelisks, which take up about sort of like a good 30-40 centimeters each around the planet, as you focus in, you can see depictions of giants on the surface, one underneath each obelisk, their hands held towards the sky. And on each hand, on the left hand, of each of the giants, there's a strange diamond-shaped mark, which very closely resembles the stones embedded in the backs of your left hands. And that is where we are going to wrap up for tonight.
No!
Yes, I always like to end on a cliffhanger.
No one always does.
Hey yo. Brilliant. I also don't want to do a huge lore dump with 2 of our players not here. Matt will be back, obviously, with our next session, so I want to make sure we've got loads of stuff for him to explore. And plus, he's going to have some questions for Bartholomew as well. Brilliant. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, everybody. It has been wonderful having you all here. Thank you so much for all the new people in Twitch chat. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun. We are actually going to be away over the Christmas break for a couple of weeks. We will be back probably at this stage. It's looking like our first session back on the Wednesday will be Wednesday the 17th of January. We will have our Curse of Strahd campaign a little bit earlier than that on the 8th of January, but unfortunately I'm away on the 10th.
I'm connecting all these dots and you making me wait a month?
I am. What an asshole. Yep, that's right. I am. For those of you who have just joined us tonight, don't panic though. There is so much good content already on YouTube. If you head to YouTube at The Lost Archives D&D, there is an entire 120 episode campaign, Tyranny of Dragons, which takes place chronologically before this, which will help with some of the cool references that we slip in. We also have a complete campaign, all finished now, set in the world of Avatar: The Last Airbender, using the Avatar Legends TTRPG rule set. And we also have our Curse of Strahd campaign, which is currently ongoing. But from all of us here tonight, thank you so much. Stay safe, stay well, have a wonderful holiday period, and we will see you all again really soon. There will be content dropping. I've recorded a whole bunch of episodes of Surviving the Aftermath, which will be dropping every single day. And I have also recorded a special Christmas episode. A lot of people were asking for the videos that I took while I was scuba diving. I have finally edited it, put it to some music. It is dropping on Christmas Day. So for those of you who are asking for that, there it is. It's coming. I really pushed that one back a long time. I did not get that finished when I did it. It's now almost a year and a half old, that footage, but I hope you enjoyed anyway. Thank you so much, everybody. Stay safe, stay well, and we will see you all again soon. But until next time, goodbye, everybody. Bye!
Bye-bye! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas and happy holidays.
Happy New Year.
And Happy New Year. Oh my god, Happy New Year. See you in 2024.